Just remember, all crimes you say will now be recorded.
Oh, that's reassuring.
I went jaywalking last week.
You heard it here first, get him.
Walking is fun.
Whoa! We're not promoting anything of the sort.
Yes, we do not promote it.
I encourage it.
Technically, it's not illegal if you don't get caught.
Yeah.
Well, technically nothing is, but
Exactly.
Just don't get caught.
All right.
don't do it.
So, pulling up my notes here, because I actually started taking them for the team now. All right, so
You've been noted.
in the yes, your some of your actions have definitely been noted. I some for certain characters specifically, but in the last session of Shadow Guardians, you all had effectively. Well, it was the aftermath after you had dealt with the Dust Devils, the mercenary group that has been spotted in the area. It had all been, or you all done a wonderful job, I guess, of pushing them out. Though there was a little bit of some issue involving some, I don't know, accidental button presses and some airstrikes that might have been close to the town. Some longer than necessary fights that led to possibly more people in the town being harmed. But, for the most part, outside of a minor bit of chewing out that happened later from, I believe it was from Fari and Kaya. More Kaya than Fari, but still. Everything, the party was congratulated on their service. In fact, so much were they congratulated, along with them helping out, I should say, around the town after the aftermath of their fight, that they met the wonderful and relatively new leader of Memorem, Ishin Ali, as I believe his full name. Yes, Ishin Ali. He is a comparably, I guess you could say, middle-aged human, at least in general appearance, human-looking individual. You're not sure if he might be mixed with anything, just from the initial meeting, I should say. At least nobody asked if he was. But no, outside of with meeting him, you were congratulated and thanked about your service to both Memorem people and to the general area as well. However, you were also indicated, or it was indicated to you, that this had been a somewhat recurring theme over the last couple of weeks, as it seemed that the town, I believe the town is Tarataro. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. I've been working on settlements a lot over the last couple of weeks, so I might be mixing up a lot of settlement names. But I believe the name of the town you're in is that.
Heard that yet?
Let me Control F. Tor. Is it spelled how I think it's spelled? No, it's probably not. It is not. Here we go. Arriving in town. Let me just read something quick. Yes, it is called Tarataro. Yes, I was correct about that. But anyway, yes, the town of Tarataro has been experiencing some frequent issues with these raiders, or I guess now you know them as the Dust Devils, that have been periodically coming and attacking the town's defenses, or kind of poking at the defenses of the town, and as well as attacking travelers and trading vessels. It's not really been clear as to what exactly their main objective has been. They've been doing the whole hit-and-run bandit kind of shtick, where they would attack an area in a small group and then kind of quickly flee before the rest of Memorem's forces could kind of arrive to assist. Doing decent amounts of damage, but not really like anything that would be major sticking points against the town, at least until today, as it seemed like their operations have reached some type of crescendo, as now they were dealing with armored knights and had began bombarding the actual town center itself. The town, which I should remind everybody, is currently being developed upon right now. It is a heavy investment for Memorem as a whole, as the country of Memorem has been significantly negatively affected after the Rising War, and specifically after the Civil War that just ended about a year or two ago, that ironically Ashina Lee was appointed the leader from. But yes, this town being kind of a linchpin that is trying to bolster Memorem's commerce and trading, as well as refineries and everything else around, it being attacked like this and substantially is something that is noteworthy, and I think was noted by a couple members of the team. It might have been Apani and I think it was Apani and Casket that might have noticed it. That that this had been the patterns, or not the pattern, but the idea that this town would be attacked while it's being built upon and stuff like that might suggest that these Dust Devils, and them being mercenaries, might suggest that they might be working for a benefactor or someone that is either invested in the town's general failure or might have some investment nearby in some way that would be negatively affected by the town. As it seemed like the Dust Devils weren't necessarily doing this because they just wanted to. It seemed like they were definitely on some type of order or job for this. And to that extent, it also mattered, or it also seemed to imply that because of the fact that they had these armored knights and a bunch of more technology than they would normally have. It wasn't that they couldn't have duelers and hunter type units, just that they had seemed to be recently being funded and given a bunch of these armaments for some type of job. Which also leads us to what the start of today's session is. As everyone was deliberating with Ishin, and after I believe he left, started deliberating more on what to do next, it was brought up that with all of the machinery and such they were working on, and especially with the fact that the party expertly dealt with most of their armored knights, I believe maybe one armored knight got away. I think you destroyed pretty much all of the others. Maybe two, I might be wrong about that. But regardless, with those, most of the constructs and most of the people there being dealt with, and only a few having escaped, it suggested that the Dust Devils had some type of operations area nearby. Something where they could lick their wounds and probably return, or at least lie low until the party's endeavors had been finished and they could begin doing whatever they were doing before. With that revelation, it was a suggestion, I believe, by Casket, or was it Apani? It was one of you two. I apologize which one it was, but had suggested that the party should go out and try to find where this operation center or forward operation base is, and try to take it out before they could lick their wounds and return for more destruction of the town.
I was more big on not splitting up, and
Yes, that was your Casket. Okay. Because I had the notes that someone had suggested that they remain and wait until more Memorem support arrived, and then the other ones, I guess that was Apani then, has suggested that you should elected to go out and find where this base was, so that you could at least, if you didn't attack it, at least make sure you knew where it was for the future. Though it did seem like everyone was leaning on definitely destroying it while they're wounded right now. And to that extent, it seemed to be, for the most part, the party agreed that they should probably try to follow them and see where this base is. So, that's where we begin, as I believe we were deciding originally who was going to go with who, effectively. A little team going out. I believe Brew said he would hang back, or did he say he would go? I can't remember.
Brew said he would hang back.
Okay, so Brew said he would hang back. I believe so did Titus. Titus said he would also hang back. So I believe that leaves Casket, Apani, Seiyun, and Gwendolyn. Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you were also told that both Seiyun's units and Casket's units had taken some decent damage and were going to need to be repaired, but there was still some units that could be taken. There were no more of the heavy units, though. There were no vigilances left currently, though. So it's only Save Your Souls and Pearl units. And I believe it was only one they would said that they wanted to send you with because they were worried about the noise, we'll say, of bringing an armored knight into the field. Though, you do have another option, I should say. If you wanted to, for instance, find the location, stay there, and kind of like scope it out, and then send for assistance, you could do that, and they could just send them to you. But you'd also have to wait for the time of that to happen. Just giving you options, you know. Like, so if you want to take a mech, but you're also worried about like the quietness and things like that you'll be able to achieve with a giant couple ton mech with you. Just something to keep in mind. There's options here that allows you to still do that. So yeah. So what is the plan?
What I'm interested in is, in the recap, I think we said that something about mechs. So there were 2 big mechs in the back, right?
Yes, those were hunter units. They were
Hunter
the
units.
sniper variants of them. Or I guess that, yeah.
Is that a mech that like normal bandits would have?
So, this was brought up, I believe, by not Fari. It might have been brought up by Latricia. Was that the units they were using were all conglomerate types, or from the conglomerate foundry.
Right.
Long story short, conglomerate sells to everybody, effectively. This is kind of also why they're loathed or liked, depending on who you ask, but they will just sell weapons to anybody and everybody, and it has led to some issues. So bandits often will use conglomerate units. There's a couple other foundries that also will sell to less than savory groups, or they'll sell to countries and places that will then sell to those less than savory groups.
Right.
But yes, conglomerate makes sense for them to have. What didn't make sense was them to have the special equipment. So a hunter drone isn't, or a hunter, I keep calling it hunter drone. A hunter standard isn't super bad. They are pretty much the most common found armored knight that like a group would buy. That's not like backed by another major faction or foundry. But
Right.
for them to have the artillery shells and artillery cannons and stuff like that, that suggests that they either had a lot of money beforehand, which I think you confirmed would have been a bit weird because the Dust Devils kind of like went off the map for a bit after the last couple of years when the Civil War Memorem ended. So they just basically, this is their most recent actions for the last 2 years. So, mind you, just pointing that out, but still past that, for them to have this type of equipment, it would suggest that even if they're buying from conglomerate, they're getting supplied a little bit more higher end military weapons from them, which should suggest either a large payout they've been given or a large benefactor, or at least, sorry, not large, a powerful benefactor.
Do we know if they were active during the Civil War?
Yes, that was a big thing that Latricia brought up when Apani asked. I don't know if Apani had notes on that, but I do as well. If you'd like me to read that.
Oh, they were active.
Yes, they were very active.
They probably made a lot of money from that. I mean, guess there's nothing we can do except for going to their base.
Yes, a lot of the unknowns at the moment seem to be circling around the idea that you are. There's an indication that they probably have some type of business partner or benefactor, obviously probably client that has hired them for this job, but you don't have any idea who that is or who it could be.
We don't have evidence, but
So,
Right,
I
so
would,
we have to go to.
yes. So you'll need to, if you are going to do that, you will need to find their camp, or yes, their base, I guess, temporarily.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking about is, what should we bring? Should we bring the whole artillery unit and or be less detectable? Because we will get detected eventually.
Hmm.
Does it matter if we get detected earlier?
I say. Hmm. Maybe we don't bring in the big guns just yet. I don't know.
It is dangerous.
Latricia would remind you that if you do need their assistance, like as in if you find the base, she would say, "Remember, we can always send the units to you. We can do a flyby. We just would need to know where you are."
Hmm. We need to shoot a flare or what?
She kind of
It's a
looks
good
over.
question.
You can send us a signal.
All
There,
right, we got those.
your transceiver devices have something in them for it. Though, she kind of thinks. You should be fine, but there is a chance that emitting that signal might attract certain. I wouldn't say it will attract anyone, but if somebody is looking out and monitoring these things, they might notice it. It doesn't mean they'll know your exact location, but they might be aware of a non-normal signal in the area. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so they would be definitely looking out for signals around because it's their base. You would have to be dumb not to look out for foreign signals.
Though,
Wait.
I should add, not everyone is really up to speed, I guess I'd say, with all of this. A lot of people don't exactly. They might have, how would I put it? It's like getting a new tool. You might be able to have that new tool and use that new tool, but that doesn't mean you can use it as good or know as much about it as someone that's been using it longer. A lot of people might have the ability to detect signals, but that doesn't mean they know what the difference is, I guess. I guess it just depends on how versed they are with this type of technology. Which, I mean, I guess they were using Unbeknownst, but that doesn't necessarily mean much.
I think we should always assume the worst.
She kind of just nods. It would be not a bad idea to be prepared for that idea, at least. So she kind of looks around. So you four are going?
Sounds like it.
I guess.
Alright. We'll keep an eye on things here and tell you, of course, if anything happens or updates. Though, unless they have a lot more units, I don't necessarily see them being able to mount another assault like they did. Which is good, but keep your head on the swivel. We don't know exactly what they have.
Roger that.
Oh, and I should remind as well, this was something that was talked about with Latricia specifically, because she was doing some digging on the Dust Devils, but let me go and check what she found real quick. Nope, that's just Latricia herself. Where was the... Here it is. So something, there was an indication about something. I forgot. Latricia had did a little bit of digging in specifically the guild archives about like their involvement or their knowledge of the Dust Devils and their any altercations. So one of the things about them, I guess semi-recently, is their group after the Memorem Civil War. The reason why they kind of like elected to go off the map a little bit, it seemed to be suggested that they had maybe not the best favorability in the area, and that because of that they had kind of elected to. This is assumed that they had moved down south, maybe to like Charisse or Gobi or something like that, like to a whole other region, and that they recently started appearing in the Consortium area or like the Lapsus area again. Something about it though that was interesting is that despite their actions being along, we'll say, less than legal lines in some cases, they have kind of skirted out of facing many issues, it seems.
Started out as in.
They've definitely done some things that should normally get you thrown in the slammer. We'll put it that way.
I see.
Mercenary or not. But for some reason, and I should say their stuff has been congregated around the Delra area, which the Delra province and the Consortium is just to the north of where you guys currently are. You guys are technically in Memorem area, not in the Consortium area. But it's like basically across the waters, effectively. Or across the sea. I guess it would be a strait you guys are in, but still. They've been in this area recently, and the fact that they've stayed in this area and have been, we'll say, been receiving a little bit more special treatment was something that I believe Apani noted, and so did Latricia. But that was all that was said on the matter, I believe, at the time. At least that's all I have in my notes. I just wanted to remind, because that was the other thing that Latricia and Apani talked about.
Okay, then should we take any mechs? Any ideas?
Mechs. Well, so far, I have not had the best of luck with mechs.
Right.
Honestly, I'm either or. Actually, I'd like to see if I can go without a mech this time.
Alright.
Alright. So it sounds like you guys aren't taking a mech, at least currently.
Indeed.
Alright. So, unless there was anything else you wanted to say, I can real quick explain how finding certain things works. Alright, sounds like we're good. So,
Yep.
in terms of finding locations or looking for signs for monsters and stuff, they often follow a very similar rule set. This is more of an explanation. Some people are aware of this already, but I am just explaining it for those that are not, and those that might be listening into this at some point in the future. How it works, generally speaking, is that when you are trying to find a monster or a specific thing of interest, we'll say, you will often need to find signs for that thing. And those signs can be found by a certain type of role in like a questing system. Everyone in the party, or most people in the party, I won't even say it that way. There are a couple of designated roles when you are searching for places or for monsters. There is a spotter, there is a trailblazer. I don't know if it's called the trailblazer anymore. It might be called something else. One check. I should probably not go off of memory. Let's see. Actually, let us pull it up on the actual thing. We'll go ahead and let people see. Adventure. Combat rules. Awesome. And I will scroll down and just not read everything verbatim, but just quickly show you where you can find it. So on the Adventure and Combat Rules section for Alpha 3, You'll find a section talking about questing. Yada yada yada. Certain roles, already said that. So here's what you are going to do. There is a Trailblazer role, and this role effectively decides which ways the party goes when you're looking at like an overworld map. Sometimes you might not be looking at a map, you might just be kind of in a general area, and the DM might not pull up a map. In this case, I'm not going to, because I just know you're in the general area of a place, right? In this case, I'll say, like, are you guys going north, south, west, east, doesn't matter, right? They will be looking for the signs of this, normally either creature or signs of this place. This might involve you rolling something like Acknowledge Nature Geography, or more commonly a tracking check. But in the case if you're looking for like a place, let's say that you are looking for like a hidden location that's not necessarily a like this place has a trail leading to it. You chase some people off and you can find it that way. But you were trying to find like an ancient ruin or something, that would require using like an inspection to do that. So that's just kind of like how those checks, like what those checks are used for when it comes to this role. In this case, Knowledge, Nature, Geography, or tracking, because you're going to be tracking these creatures back to their home base. The Explorer, this role is less focused on finding, like, I guess, the main query of what you're looking for, and more focused on looking around and finding usable resources or nodes of things that could be useful in your given area. They will use their abilities to find things that could, well, things like mining outcrops, fishing spots where there's like a lot of fish, herb piles and things like that, or bone piles, stuff along that lines, or along those lines. They'll be using their they can also use their inspection to find these places, and if they want to, they can even stray away from the party slightly and use a stealth when they're doing so. But be mindful, if there is something in the area that is hostile and or looking for you, and you are caught out, you might be in a situation where you have to basically wait a couple of turns before, or not turns, wait a round or so until help arrives. So be careful. The smartest explorer is the explorer that just does so when they're with the party, and not one that goes too far ahead. That's all I'm going to say. The other one is the spotter. This person is in charge of keeping an awareness around the party, making sure that you guys aren't getting snuck up on, or that there isn't anything of mispotential threat or otherwise around you. Things like traps and stuff as well. The last one is the specialist. They are the person, and this is kind of a role that can be also shared with like a bunch of other things, but they're the primary person that will be doing a bunch of different knowledge checks when it comes to like ascertaining information about the things you find. So knowledge like nature, geography, bestiary. I know there are some old checks listed here that aren't in the game, but soul energy, things like that. Like if you find like a weird rift of arcane energy sprouted from the ground, maybe you're looking for something that's related to that. This could tell you properties and information about it. And again, like I said, most of everyone can kind of chip in when it comes to this role, but you will be the primary person that rolls when it comes to this. So yeah, that is in this case what we got. So, oh, and also I should say, you technically don't need every one of these roles fulfilled. The only one you really need is a Trailblazer. And I guess I'd argue maybe a spotter, unless you all want to get snuck up on all the time. So, you know. So yes, with that out of the way, you guys will be using a either tracking or knowledge, nature, geography as you are following these tracks. So, which one of you? What are your what are your skill bonuses for knowledge, nature, geography, or if someone has tracking that? These are skills, I should say. Yes.
Yeah. I only got like a +2 to knowledge, nature, geography.
Anyone else? Gwendolyn? Nope. Lewis?
Yeah.
Did you hear me?
I'm gonna need you to repeat that, Captain.
What is your knowledge, nature, geography, or if you have a tracking, your tracking skill bonus?
Let's see, knowledge, nature. Do I have tracking? I don't think I do. Caregiver perfection. Enchanting, no, I don't have that.
It should be in your skill
Alright,
table,
so
I will say.
for knowledge nature, I have a 1.
Ooh.
For
You might not have tracking. It is an advanced skill, but you should do a
yeah,
check just to make sure.
no, I do not have tracking.
All right. Looks like it's Casket and Apani who might be the only ones. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh,
hospitable.
let's see. You said tracking.
Yes, tracking or knowledge, nature, geography. One or the other is fine. Yeah, don't be surprised if you don't have tracking on your skill table, because again, it is an advanced skill, which means it has to be added because you normally don't have it.
I have a +3 on nature geography.
So far, that's the best one. Apani. Oh, did we lose Apani?
Nora?
What did you say?
Did your knowledge, nature, geography?
I'm so sorry. My brain is not computing right now.
It's all right. What's your skill modifier for your knowledge, nature, geography, or if you have tracking?
Let me check. Um, where is it? Skill modifier for knowledge, nature, and tracking. My skill modifier for where is it? Oh, it's 0 for knowledge and nature.
All right. Looks like it's gonna be you, Casket.
Nice. I'm best at doing that, apparently.
Yep. Yes, you are. All right.
You being famous for not knowing where the fuck to go most of the time.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right. So then,
Probably not gonna kill everyone.
look, it's okay. It just means that you might be looking for a while, and there is a little bit of options here you have for certain things. You do not have to. You don't have to take you don't have to try to do things super quickly. The longer you take searching around an area, the less high you need to hit.
Oh, nice.
But the longer you take, more things happen around the area. So be mindful of that. Not
We can take them.
be worried necessarily. Just be mindful that time doesn't stop while you were searching. In fact, it's the exact opposite. So okay, let me. Just gotta check the DC you're hitting. Nope, that is Ishin. Ah, here we go. Oh, you can actually. I'm sorry. You can actually use an inspection for this. So does someone actually have a better inspection? Apani, you might. I know you built for stealth and did you build for stealth and inspection, or is it an awareness I'm thinking?
I know stealth is one of them, but let me double check.
I have a +5 on inspection.
All right, so we will definitely be using that, unless someone else has a higher inspection. Gwendolyn, Seyun.
My inspection is a 4. Actually,
Okay.
yeah, his is highest.
So yeah, Gwendolyn, Seyun. Either of you have a higher inspection than 5, or yeah, I guess. Lewis? Togi? Uh-oh. Am I desaying?
No, no, you're good.
I just get back from the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So if you want inspection instead, that's probably slightly higher than 1. It would be a 7.
Okay, well, yeah, your inspection is definitely the highest so far. I don't know about Seiyun, because I can't hear Toki at the moment, but... we'll go with the 7. Alright, so 7... there. Anyone want to be the explorer? Again, you don't necessarily have to have these other roles, but it does. I would say at least having a spotter would be good.
What does a spotter use?
They will use awareness.
Let's see.
I have a 6 to awareness.
That is very good, actually.
Yeah, for awareness, that's gonna be a 1 for me.
Ooh, Apani?
What'd you say?
Awareness.
Oh, awareness. My awareness is 4.
All right. And I don't
Very
know.
aware people over here.
And I don't know Seiyun's awareness off the top of my head. If Tokyo's here, I don't know if he is.
Yeah, I'm here. What up?
What's your awareness?
My awareness is up. It's a 1.
Okay, so who had that for?
1 gang. Let's
I
go.
had a 4.
Okay, Apani, you're gonna be the spotter, because, dear God, if there is someone looking out here in the forest, and there probably is, you're going towards a raider camp. They are...
I can't do both of them.
Nah, you can only do one, because one is a different...
Listen.
So, alright, I mean, the other ones you can if you want, but, that is up to you guys. Otherwise, you
What are the other ones again?
One is an explorer. That's if you want to find, like, resource nodes while you guys are going around, or just, like, different specific interesting things that might be. They might not always be related to what your main objective is.
And what does that take?
Right, so bonus reward.
That is an inspection, and it can involve stealth. It doesn't have to. It just depends if you're going to go away from the main group when you're doing stuff.
So, and then that's if we want resource nodes. And what's the other one?
Specialist. This one is just someone. This one can kind of be group a little bit centric, but this is the primary person that's going to roll for like knowledge checks on what you guys find, whether it be from the explorer or from the trailblazer. So.
The only knowledge I have anything good in is either soul energy, faith, and planets and planes.
I imagine maybe soul energy, but most of those are probably not going to be as necessary for what you're doing. I'd say local regal might be, or recollection, maybe bestiary.
Yeah, those are not my forte.
So
Those
you're
are
already the
ones.
trailblazer because of your 7 in inspection. So
That's why I can be the explorer as well, because then that way there's already double inspection.
you can only do one roll.
I thought you just said I can do 2 of them if
No,
it's the other ones.
You can only do one roll.
Oh well.
And I will be the that.
Alright.
I like looking for junk stuff anywhere.
Alright, that means Seiyun, you're the thonkin guy, alright? I mean, you can do a bit of thonking around the team, it's not just Seiyun, but Seiyun's the main thonkin guy. Alright, that means I will ask you, Gwendolyn. You are the one that will dictate how long people are searching and stuff for, by nature of you being the main one that is guiding things. So, you know the general direction they went was to the north of the wall that you guys were protecting. So, probably a good place to start is try to follow any trails left there. So I would like to ask a question. How long would you like to spend in hours, I should say, looking for signs of where these guys went?
5 hours.
5 hours. All right. I believe it
Oh,
was.
whoa. Okay, one second. So more time we give to these people, the more they are going to
Possibly be prepared.
recover.
Yes.
Right.
That is something to mention. That Casket is correct. The longer you spend, the more time they have to lick the wounds.
But if we don't find them, then
Then it doesn't
Mhm.
matter. You are correct. It's a two-headed snake. It just matters what you want to do. You only need to spend a minimum. I should have said this before. You only need to spend a minimum of 1 hour. But yes,
well, that's wishful thinking that we'll just find them within the 1 hour.
yes. And you might have to find multiple signs. You're not sure at the moment. I mean, I know,
so
but maybe
I
it's only
think
one.
5.
Maybe it's only 2.
So tell
I
us.
say 5. Yeah, I still agree with the 5 hours.
What does the rest of the team want to do?
I think 5 is too much.
Sayan, Apani? Any comments on time?
Let's see. No, I got nothing.
All right, Apani. Nope. Nara?
I think we should do like 3.
I mean, from 3 we can still add more hours from there. It's not like we can stop.
Right. We can look at 3, but if we do 5, we can't really subtract, right?
But it'll make our base number lower. If we do 3 and then 2, then the base numbers will have to.
Yes, the base number does. The longer you spend, the easier it is basically to find things. Is I guess the way you can think about it. Shall we? We can flip a coin, or we can go with 3. We can flip with I can flip a coin if you want, or roll even and odd.
I mean, let's go with 5.
All right, 5 hours. I just need to check something. It's not on this page. It's on my own page. Oh wow. All right. How? Yep. Never mind. All right. Go ahead and roll. I would like a roll from both the explorer and a roll from the spotter as well, who I believe was Apani, right? Might be wrong about that. Oh right, Apani's not in the right because of her phone issues. Apani, can you hear me?
Ipani!
Nope.
I don't think they can.
Nope. I think they said 4 though, right?
Yes.
Alright. Sayun, could you roll for Apani for the moment, please? Toki?
I can roll for the 4.
Okay, that's fine.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
There you go.
And then Dako, would you please roll for
Yeah.
your exploring? It was inspection.
Yep.
Alright.
5. And my inspection was a 5. Yes. That plus 5, so 13.
Alright. 13. Okay. Well, I can assure you, at least for the awareness and the inspection, for for finding tracks and such. You definitely knocked that out of the park by a very high amount. So let me just see if anything fun is happening in the area.
Any garbage I can pick up?
Any garbage? In fact, actually, I'm gonna check that real quick. Is there any garbage in the area? Well, maybe not garbage, but is there anything you might spot as you're moving around? Okay. Yes, actually. What you got you got a 13 or 14?
I got a 13.
Let me see. Roll me a d6.
A D6.
Yes.
Is this the quality of my garbage?
Maybe.
Okay. A D6, there you go. That's a 4.
A d6. You got a 4, you said?
Yes.
Alright. Oh, did I go to the wrong... I went to the wrong thing? Nah, one sec. I went to the wrong table. Control F. The number 1D... Oh, whoops. 1D6. Really? Wait, is it 9 here? Or is it in a different place entirely? Man, alright, one sec. I have to look it up a different way. I apologize about that.
That's alright.
Here it is. Why is it saved on this document? Whatever. I have what I need. Except it's not what I need? Wait, why is it not? Man, Google Docs' search feature is very useful. I really like it. I like not finding what I'm looking for.
This really could not be better.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I don't wanna just say like, oh hey, keep the number. I do wanna actually... What if I just type in, wait, this might work. Source. Node. Nope, that's talking about... Wait, is this it? I just had this open, and it said it wasn't here. What changed in the 3 minutes of time that I was on this document?
He lied to you.
Also, it's not typing in the thing it should be typing in. Yay, resource. Oh my god, it's... Why? Why would you... Oh, it's because one word... I typed in the word resource node, and you know what it looked up? The word resource. Only just the word resource, not the full thing I looked up. Google Docs, such a useful tool. I'm kidding, it is actually a useful tool, but god, is it fucking annoying sometimes. Oh god, I found it. Okay. Well, what'd you get? Sorry.
I got a 4.
A 4, you say? Roll me a d8. Oh, wait. Yes, roll me a d8, sorry.
Okay. Got a 6.
Alright. So, what you found, or as you are kind of all looking around the little, like not too far from the town, looking around the kind of scorched areas of this forest here, as it kind of beginning to get slightly a bit more denser, you spot something. You said you got a 7 or a 6, sorry.
I got a
A
6.
6, okay. You spot something kind of weird, kind of crawling out of a fallen piece of lumber. Were you the Wildlander? I can't remember if that was Gwendolyn.
I'm the trash collector.
Ah, the trash collector.
Yes.
You have probably seen like different types of insects and stuff before. This one
Yes.
is a slightly pinkish colored insect. It's got a pink tint to the chitin on its back and kind of a light white tint around its belly. And it looks like a very like large, comparably like palm-sized cricket.
Did it give enough any elemental energy?
From what you can initially tell with no checks, no. It just seems to be a large cricket with kind of pink chitin.
Well, me being me, I'm gonna pick it up.
All right. You pick it up, and you can see another one is also starting to crawl out of a log, out of the same log.
And for anyone who is watching, you can just see super excited Casket just picking up bugs.
Yep. They kind of like try to crawl on your hand, like kind of crawl around it, but they don't really like do too much.
You are my friend now, and just pick it up.
All right. You have now obtained, I believe the item, or I believe they have an item name. I don't remember. Item. Nope. Oh wait, it's on this document. Cricket. They are called Hooper crickets.
Hooper crickets?
Oh no, sorry, Hopper crickets. The name was wrong. The name on the table was wrong. The name on the actual thing, an insect name was correct. So Hopper cricket.
Hopper cricket.
I'd say without a check, you could probably know. These are very energetic, normally insects, and they are often used for bait for fishing. Their kind of energetic nature is one of the most common things why they're commonly used to fish for certain things, mainly freshwater fish as well.
No, I'm not gonna use them to fish. Come on. Put them on my shoulder or something.
Alright, you just put them on your shoulder and they just kind of chill there for a minute. You think that like to a certain extent they might not have like they might not recognize you as like a regular organic creature, so they might not be like this. It doesn't seem to be the same urge to like jump away from you. Like they might almost think of you more like a tree stump or something like that. So
It goes back to the party. I made a friend.
Yes, all of you would see Casket has walked back over from a log he was kind of hunched over, and there are 2 crickets, about palm-sized crickets, sitting on his shoulder.
2 of them?
Yep.
And he became the log.
He has indeed become the log. They don't seem too perturbed with his presence either. Normally, Gwendolyn, were you a Wildlander, or I might be thinking of Seiyun? I think it's Seiyun, isn't it?
I am a Wildlander.
Yeah, Seiyun, you are very familiar with these, especially if you've ever like fished for food in freshwater areas. These are very commonly used as bait. So,
I'm also a Wildlander.
oh well, yeah, then yeah, that'd be why you both recognize what these are. These aren't like super uncommon creatures as well.
Me with my crickets chilling.
You.
Well, what's good with our progression with our
Ah, yes. Well, outside of crickets, Gwendolyn, you do find something interesting. Or, I shouldn't say interesting, you find something useful. The trail. Despite the fog, the little, like, dust that they threw, the pocket sand thing they were throwing, that made those dust clouds appear before they ran, despite all that, it wasn't enough to cover regular tracks. There is some decently like followable tracks leading off into the forest deeper. and it looks to be roughly what you would expect a humanoid, like a regular humanoid track, to be. They're not always the most deepest, but you do start to, as you follow them, notice a little bit deeper tracks as something probably more heavyset, probably one of the mechs, started to follow them as well. So because of those mech tracks, it's a lot easier to always keep track of where they're going, and they are just heading off straight into the forest. Deeper.
I see.
You have found one sign.
One sign throughout the whole 5 hours?
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
This might indicate that there's only one sign.
Well, I can
Well,
tell
I
you
mean-
there's more, because if there wasn't any more signs, I would have told you that you found the thing you were looking for.
Oh,
Well, we saw the direction there.
Yes,
going
you'd
in,
have the
so-
direction, the exact direction that you can follow back. So,
So then we might as well, follow that direction and try to pick up more signs on the way. Follow that direction
Yep. Alright.
while still picking up signs.
So I will need. How long are you going to spend to try to look for more things?
I mean, we'll spend 2 hours since we're going in their direction. We're like on their trail.
So it shouldn't be.
That probably is.
Isn't
Yeah.
as hard to find it. Yeah. All right. I will need your check, and of course, I will need another awareness for Pine, being the spotter, and I will need another explorer check, an inspection check from Cricket Man.
There's the 7. And here's the 4.
19 for me.
I should add, Sayun, if you wanted to roll like a knowledge engineering or something like that with like the tracks or anything, you could. They were like there's options. So,
Oh yeah, I'll definitely do that.
all right. I don't know what your plus is, but go ahead and roll it up.
Oh boy.
Hey, you never know. You could roll a nat 20 and be like, I know the oil that's in this thing right now, right? What'd you roll?
2.
Okay.
Hey, that's close enough to
Close.
nat 20, right? You
It's,
just gotta add a little 0 right there.
Yeah, you know, I'm just a little off.
It's just a tiny.
Theoretically speaking, 0 is nothing, right? So,
Yeah. Well, Sayun, there are tracks here. You can confirm there are indeed tracks here.
I think we're on the right track here.
Mm-hmm. That is indeed what you think at the moment, I'd say.
he might actually be a genius.
I'm somewhat of a tracker myself.
All right.
I
So
track from here and there.
was the 16 your thing there, Lewis, for your tracks?
Yes, the 16 is my inspection, and then the 13 is her, I think, awareness. That was.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Apani is doing pretty good, I'd say, just from what everyone can see or notice. She seems to be keeping a pretty vengeful, not vengeful, sorry, watchful eye of the area, and is making sure that if anything is kind of like noticeable, like something seems like it's getting closer, like maybe it's like an unknown or something like that, and she kind of pauses everyone for a moment, and you see like a little woodland creature like skitter by. You're like, okay, and keep going. She's keeping a good eye out. She doesn't seem to notice anything humanoid in the area so far, just regular beasts and stuff like that, and nothing that seems like its attention is centered to attack you or anything. So that's fine. 14. Oh wait, was it a 19 because of the?
Yep, I got a
Alright.
19.
Roll me a d6.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Mm-hmm. The d6 might determine what type of thing you find.
That's gonna be a 3.
A 3.
Yes.
I need to know some things. You have found some type of like weird I guess I'd say like a weird rock with a kind of vein of mineral. It seems like it's kind of jutted out of the ground slightly. However, do you have the tools to get something from this? Do you have? Let me see. I think you will need. I'm going to look up what tools you need. I believe you need. Oh, it tells me right here. Do you have any mining tools of any kind? Or mining equipment, a pickaxe, or something like that?
Huh, I don't believe so, but let me check just in case.
Just in case, you never know. Mining tools, mining equipment.
Does anyone possess mining tools?
Yes, if anyone else has any as well, you can give Casket it to try to use it. Or a pickaxe, that'll also work. And yes, the reason I am asking this is because normally, when you're looking for things like this, even if you find a node, you might need a type of tool to get something from it. Like, for instance, a fishing rod for fish or something.
I do not have. No.
Well, there is something you can do, even if you can't necessarily mine or extract from a certain thing you're looking at. This is kind of DM dependent, but I normally run it like this. You can try and mark on the map where you found a thing, and you can try to come back to it later.
Right. I will be marking this.
Yes. I might make you roll a check to basically, like, actually find the thing. Sorry.
Backtrack, yeah.
But outside of that, yes. This also can become easier depending on certain things, but I won't say exactly yet what those are. It'll maybe come up in a future operation, you guys do, actually. But yes. Okay. So, you've marked out on the map, Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
You've successfully found more tracks. In fact, you are pretty sure the tracks are maybe these tracks are looking a bit fresher. Like before, they were looking a little bit maybe drawn out, I guess, because obviously it was a while ago. It's been 5 hours, effectively, almost, as you were following these tracks. They're starting to look a lot fresher. And they're starting to also kind of weave around different parts in like ravines. And you have kind of, I would say, everyone has started to realize that you are now further in the denser parts of this forest, more inland from the coast, but you're also, the forest is kind of ruined looking. There is craters all across the landscape. Not new, like old craters, like looks like from bomb shells or artillery shells from many, maybe years ago. You can see like burns from things that have like minor bits of soul energy that still linger. Very, very like little, but still like little bits of it. It looks like you're kind of in the area of what would have been a large battle of some kind, or some type of strike that occurred here. There's still parts of the forest that it seems like healing from whatever happened. And as you are kind of noticing this, you notice that off one path where one of these craters kind of is, there's drag marks from what looks to be something very heavy being hauled off into the distance. I assume you would like to follow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need something from everybody.
The stealth, most likely.
Yep. How'd you know?
Because we're literally in the area.
Not my first rodeo.
And it's a group stuff too, so.
Yes. So that means that you doing good is good. You doing bad is not good. But if your rest of your team does well enough, you will all have an average better stuff. So you want to roll as high as you can to help the people that don't roll as well. No one's wearing heavy armor, right?
No, I tried, but no.
That's probably good, because you'd have infamy on this, and that would not be good.
I got I got a 10.
Yeah, you know, it's not the worst.
That's mid. That's middle.
Yes.
I do have heavy armor.
You do? Are you wearing it?
I mean, who doesn't wear their armor? Are you not wearing your armor?
Right? Look, I'm just asking. Okay, so yes, go ahead and roll. Make sure though, does your heavy armor? Normally it does, but I'm gonna ask, does it give you a stealth penalty?
It doesn't say it does.
Okay, let me check because I don't think it always. I think it
This is
normally
the
says.
G officer armor epsilon.
It's the epsilon armor. Okay, let me just check something about heavy armor in general.
It says accumulate armor, fallen comrade, and staunch.
You might be fine. Not heavy carry, heavy armor. Control, let's just do Control F, stealth. Oh, it doesn't have reinforced though, right?
What do you mean?
Property. The property reinforced is not on,
No.
right?
No.
Okay. You are fine. You don't have infamy on stealth. I think there's another property as well, but I don't believe you have yes. You are fine. I mean, you said you roll, but yeah, you don't have it.
Alright. I mean, it's not like I have a high stealth anyway, because I know I was wearing heavy armor.
Look, it's okay. Sayun, I need you to roll, if you haven't already.
Another dragon?
No, stealth.
Stop.
Oh, hey, there's a 12, so it's above average. If 10 is average.
I mean, without pluses it is, yes.
Let's see here.
And then also I need a stealth for Apani. Apani, are you here at the moment? Or are you...
Do we even know Apani stuff?
I don't, that's why I'm asking.
Apani!
The 18.
18? Oh shit. Sayun needs to get his stealth. So, well, I mean, he rolled well. Maybe not the best stealth, but...
We'll see.
Actually, I think I have access to Apani's sheet. One moment. I can check myself.
So right now, do we need a punish to roll well, or?
You want her to roll well.
I see.
I think no matter what, you want to roll well.
Yeah, no matter what, you want her to roll well, but you really want her to roll well. Is all I'm gonna say.
I see.
But to be
I
fair,
see.
Apani had a high stealth. I think she almost had or does have double-digit stealth.
Really?
Yeah, she spec'd herself really high in stealth, so she might be carrying the team on her shoulders today.
I mean, in the fighting,
I'm not finding Apani's
I
sheet,
made her
but
disappear.
I definitely know I have it. But you know what I can do? I can go in our DMs and I can check there, because that's probably been linked there. Yep. Wait, no, that's Adventure. Here it is. Oh, that's why, because she hasn't changed the name. Wait. Oh, this. Okay, wait. It is. We're going to change this name to Ani, so that I can actually find it in the future. Okay. Yes, this is... Oh, right, that's why she also had a super high health. Or not health, stealth. Stealth. Sneak. You guys have spent, how much, 7 hours now, total?
Yes.
You got there in the morning, if I remember correctly. Yes, because you woke up early, went out there, it was about 4-hour flight. So 11 hours. The fight really wasn't that long. You helped out around the town for a few hours. So 13 hours. So I'm gonna say you guys got up really early. It's around 7 in the evening. Would it be dark? It's in the frigid. It's still in the frigid season, like the winter. So I'd say it probably is getting dark.
Yeah.
I'll give her her bonus here. She gets a bonus to stealth when it's dark. So We'll say it's dark enough for her to get the bonus, and it's going to get darker. So for those of you that don't have dark vision, be mindful. You might need to start using lights and stuff. Apani
I
has a
have that
plus
X-ray.
10 to her stealth.
Damn.
Yep, this girl can sneak. All right.
First one to have that high of a
Do you want
stealth,
me to
I'd
roll
like
it, or do you want to roll it? I'll let one of you roll it if you want. Lewis, you want to be the arbiter here? All right.
Okay, I know what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
We should all roll and take the highest.
Cute, but no.
Damn. Okay. What about
Nice try, though.
we all roll, and after we all roll, whoever gets the lowest rolls again, because you don't get two lows in a row.
Nah, I think somebody will just have to will shoulder the burden of if something goes bad or not. I am offering as a DM to do that, but at the same time.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. By all means.
No, Lewis said he wanted to do it. He just said, wait a minute. So we're gonna give him a moment, unless Apani's back. So. No, you're fine. I'm not gonna do it. We're just talking.
You don't know this, but the dice, me and the dice, we know each other, alright? The dice knows what we need.
Be careful. Be careful of this.
Let's speak of the dice gods lightly.
Like that 14.
Oh.
Just as the average as all of our others.
That's.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Dice gods are mad at us, I'm guessing.
Nah. That's the dice knew we were rolling average. It's not too high, not too low, just average.
Well, let's add them up. We got a 14, we got a 12. Wait, 14 to 12 and 18. And a 10, right? I think Seiyun is carrying at the moment. Yeah, Seiyun kind of is carrying.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Because I think, well, no, you didn't have the lowest. No, never mind, you didn't have the lowest. I think that was definitely Casket that had the lowest stuff, like plus and roll. But yes, 13.
I have 2 crickets on me. What do you expect?
It's like I gotta be careful. I don't want to hurt the crickets.
Yeah.
By the way, the crickets are going to start trying to move off of you.
Aww.
So do you have? I mean, you can try. You can stop them. You can grab them again, but like, you are probably going to need something to put them in. Do you have like a box, anything? A bag? Do you have a backpack?
I have compartments inside me, I'm guessing.
Do you want to stick crickets in your compartments?
Breathable compartments, yes.
Sure. You can kind of like open the jar the jar the flap on one of your panels.
Yep.
So it has enough air going in. Just don't get hit wrong. You might open up and have some cricket soup inside there.
Oh no, not cricket soup.
So, alright. Casket puts the crickets in, and they are with him now, I guess. They're with him until the end, it sounds like, so. Yes, So 13.5. Do they have a set one? Let me check if they have a set awareness of the area. They probably do, but I will check just to make sure. Because there's a chance they actually have to roll.
These are magical crickets, right?
No, they're just regular crickets.
Damn.
From what you can tell, sorry. From what you can tell, they are just regular crickets. But you know, who knows? Maybe these crickets are the secret to opening up a hidden ruin or something. I don't know.
No.
Hey, you never know. Shakar is a very magical place.
So random crickets can be keys.
You never know. That's all I'm gonna say. Sometimes you find a weird robotic key that looks like junk, and the next thing you know, you're opening up a tube that has a girl in it or something.
What?
Cricket girl.
I'm referencing something very specific that only 2 people in the party will know because of another campaign. Anyways, yeah, okay. I was just reading to make sure. All right. So are you guys? You rolled your stealth, but are you guys following the drag marks, like these larger, heavier drag marks, and like the footprints that
Yes.
lead further? All right. So
We're following the ominous-looking footprints.
as you start heading that direction, you notice some things. In the distance, you can see what looks to be even though it's getting darker, and that's probably why you're noticing it more, there's kind of what looks to be like a slight bit of fire off a little bit higher on a raised kind of hillside. And you can see not a spire, but just like a wooden tower that's been made right now. Or not right now, but been made recently. And you can see like bellowing smoke coming out and a little bit of fire burning inside maybe like the top portion of it. Some type of maybe rudimentary watchtower of some kind. And then as you kind of look down, you can see what looks to be some tents. It's a little bit easier because some of the forest is parting into a little bit more of this kind of like hilly like ridge area. And there's like sections where it just dips and you can see like the tops of trees or broken down or like broken over and topped over trees and scorched earth. And here you're seeing like some of these tents kind of strewn about this area. You also notice a few armored knights. There are 2 that are currently, you don't think they're powered on, but because they're kind of like slouched over, and the back of them is open. They look like dueler units, and then you see another one sitting near the top of that watchtower that is moving around and patrolling, and it looks to be one of those hunter sniper units. Has one of those artillery things on its back. You can also see there's something else further into the like kind of like camp area. It's something metallic. It definitely is something like an armored knight or a vehicle of some kind, but it's hard to tell. It's kind of obscured by a lot of the trees and foliage. And you can see a few people, not a lot, but a few people kind of walking around the camp. And then you hear the sound of some stuff, or you hear the sound of something kind of snap nearby. It's like a twig snaps. Immediately, to your kind of, we'll move you. Immediately to your kind of northern area here. I need to go to the map. Oh no, I don't want to create a folder. I want to drag, wait, how might I do that? Oh, I could just do this, couldn't I? Oh, that's how that works. Okay, sorry, I'm learning new things about the new update to Roll20. Alright. Did the music stop? Yes, it did. It didn't like that. Forest. I will put you on the map momentarily. Gwendolyn.
Is this battle music I hear?
Might be. Might not be.
By the way, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I gotta put you on the map. Gwendolyn, your token is not... What? Why is it? Okay.
Do you need me to put it down?
No, I put it down. It just wasn't referencing you. Like, it didn't exist. So I'm going to... edit properties. Yeah, for some reason your token was not... That's weird, because I thought it did before. Huh. HP... do you have your soul charges as well? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
It should be with my token.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not... do you have dark vision? I'm sorry.
That I... Well,
Check for me real quick. I just need to know so I can...
do Control F. Control dark. No, I don't have
It might be
dark
called dark
vision.
side as well.
I'm just check vision. sight. Nope, no reference of sight or dark sight. Nope.
All right. Now let's see. Right, that's not working because of that. But I will make it work. Uh-huh. I wonder if I can adjust the light here to not be as bright because it's evening. Maybe. Gwendolyn, we will put down Pawnee. Oh, I put you guys in the wrong spot. I gotta... And then, where are you, Seyun? And then Casket.
Woo!
Alright, now can you all see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. And then let me see if I can adjust that light real quick. I just wanna know if I can. I can. Let's make it like that. How does that look?
Dark.
I like.
I like it, Picasso.
Yes, because it is like late evening at this point, and the sun is definitely going down. So it's still a little bit light, enough for you to see, like, the general surroundings, but it's getting darker very quickly. And another thing I would say also is you can see some overcast beginning to kind of form. You think it might rain soon. Just a cursory thought. Like, it's not even something I'd make you make a check for. Just, you definitely get the vibe of it might rain soon. You're not really sure if it's gonna be heavy rain, just that it might rain a little bit, or it might rain some. And then, yes, I will put down. For some reason, it's not down here, but I will put down this, even though it's a standard. You can see it kind of. So it should be my back. So over here in the trees, and then the other. They are not started yet. And then let me grab some things. Few of these guys just lounging around.
Do I have dark vision? I feel like I should have dark vision.
You probably do. I don't know. I could be talking on my ass there, but I think you do.
Definitely should with
Nope,
my
wrong. It's
X-ray
two.
vision.
Right, I don't have that guy's sheet yet, do I? That's alright. Alright.
By the way, it's canon now that I have X-ray vision.
Alright. So, I'm not going to ask you to necessarily roll initiative yet, but from above you, on the above you, kind of near this like ridge or right under, you can hear and you can kind of see, like as it's kind of coming over towards you from the south, there is a mechanized kind of sound as something's legs are stomping, or something's feet are stomping into the dirt below, and you can hear the sound of someone saying, "Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from over here. We need to check it out. Get back to Roberta." And you hear footsteps coming towards you guys. What would you all like to do?
I would like to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
How large is the hunter's pitfall trap?
The hunter. Is, I believe. Let me check in the items, but I believe it is a 10-foot radius. But I will. Pitfall. Oh, right. Maybe I wouldn't find that in the adventure rules. I should probably go to items. Pitfall trap. I assume it's just a regular pitfall trap, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a 2-foot wide circular pressure plate with an anchor to bind to the ground, a digging device to cause a minor fissure in the ground, and nets that tied to a latching mechanism. If any people have played Monster Hunter of any kind, this will sound very familiar. As an action, you can place down the trap in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The trap activates when more than 20 pounds of weight is placed on the pressure plate, causing the ground around it in a 10-foot radius area below the pressure plate to collapse in on itself. This causes any huge or smaller target or creature, creature, target, or object to spill into the newly formed pit. If the target is a creature, they must succeed a DC 14 Vitality saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute by the nets released from the pressure plate. The restrained creature may repeat a DC 17 Fitness check at the end of each of its turn, destroying the trap and the net, freeing itself on a successful check.
Right, so what you're telling me is it could work on robots.
Yes, it could. It could easily work on a robot.
So which direction was it that they were coming from?
South.
I see. So I could set one up here. Around here.
If you wanted to. You want to throw it up there on that ridge?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Pawnee. I think it was a Pawnee. I don't know who I heard. Yes. Alright. That's what you're immediately going to do? Alright, anybody else? What are you all doing? I will say, I'm not gonna rush you too much, but I am gonna say decide quick, because technically you have only a couple moments to think here.
Can I help him set up the trap?
He doesn't need any help. He just needs. He can just throw it up, and it'll immediately activate.
Oh.
Well, they're definitely gonna get alerted once that trap is set off. So
If it's set off, they're definitely going to be alerted to something in the area.
So where exactly are you putting down the trap so I can know how to position myself?
I believe he's throwing it right here. Am I right about that? You're throwing it on top of that ridge.
Yep.
Alright, so then
So basically, if they come up to that ridge, and don't worry, even though technically all of you are in the radius or whatever, if it activates, it would not affect you. It would just affect what they want.
I guess I'll move here.
All right.
Right.
Get the move there.
Yeah, because if he's gonna get trapped there, they're gonna start coming towards this direction. So yeah, okay. Guess that's fine.
All right, Seiyun.
Yay. Let's
Anything,
see.
immediate actions or thoughts? What are you doing?
Figure. Wait a minute. I zoomed in too quick. Let's see. I guess I'm gonna see if I can stick close to a casket.
He's not too far. I think he's within 10 feet.
Yeah, but it is dark as fuck out here. Need my little robo buddy.
Someone's streaking up on us. Fist bump.
Oh, Seiyun, what's your health, by the way?
Whoa!
Where
Whoa!
is my
No. I mean, sorry. I mean, your health. Okay, that wasn't me being. That wasn't the DM. Hey, what's your health, buddy? It was literally, where's your health? Because it's not showing on the.
Yeah, I see.
Despite it being
34?
referenced, right? So 34. Okay. I know you didn't take any damage last fight, so I just need to know so I could. Yeah. All right.
What's your health at? Just curious.
What's your max again?
Also, Pawnee's health is not correct either. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm trying to find a Pawnee sheet. Pawnee, your health 36. Oh, that's what that number was. So wait, what is the other number then? Can't be your soul charges. I don't know.
And there's a full caster, right?
No, Apani, she is a... Wait. Sorry.
Isn't Connie a full caster?
A Forge caster. My bad.
So full caster, right?
No, a Forge caster is a half caster.
Oh, okay.
That was what I thought I heard you say, but then I realized, like, wait, Forge caster and full caster are actually really close to the name. So... I think her soul charges are actually close to this, so... Okay. Cool. So, I guess if Apani is here, is there anything you want to immediately do? Or if you are not, that is okay. That is fine. We'll go with, yeah, okay. So what are they gonna do? I think I know what they're gonna do. Yeah. Alright, so after you throw that up there and you hear the thing kind of click and then dig into place.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna... Can you mark real quick with like a little X?
Yup.
Where it is, like what cube it's on, just so I know.
Let's say
What are their passives?
here. Is that showing up?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Alright. This guy is gonna come towards Gwendolyn because he's like, hey, wait, I saw movements over here. They kind of run over. Who are you? Kind of like, you can see this guy wearing these multiple wrappings and cloths around him. He's got you do see the Dust Devil kind of mark on his arm, his forearms exposed. He kind of looks over and he points at you, Gwendolyn. He's like, who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm a fucking forest person. In the forest. I can't be in the forest.
I'm a forest person. What do you mean?
Roll me a.
What are you doing here?
A misdirect as you do this. He's like pointing at you, kind of like eyebrow raising. Like, what?
What are you doing here?
Exactly what I was gonna say. What are you doing here?
Oof, misdirect. Oof.
What is it?
You about to find out.
Oh no.
This is gonna
Get
be
the gun in
hilarious.
the face.
I'll give you a hint. It has one of the numbers from the number 10.
Oh, no.
It has a 0.
Ooh. As you say this, and he kind of raises an eyebrow, you can hear the sound of something move over. And they're like, you can see someone walk over. It's gonna move over here towards this tree. And he looks like he's about to say something before you hear a whoosh sound as something snaps. And the entire, hill right here just fucking caves backwards into itself as the mech is going to make a save.
Let's go. Wait, mechs are technically not living creatures, right?
It's a target, so it does count. There are certain things, creatures or objects, so. It will affect it. The mech is going to be affected, actually. Wow, it failed.
Hell yes.
So the mech fucking crumples into it. You hear oh, what is this? What does it happen? And you can hear as they crumple into the dirt, and they're kind of stuck in all this rubble, and the net's kind of latched around on their arms, so they can't pull it out all the way. They just have the one rifle arm sticking out, pointing around, and they're like, wait. We're under attack! We're under attack!
No, this is a random. This is a random
He just fell on his own.
accident.
Then your robot falls and you blame us? Shame on you.
Roll me initiative, everybody. The guy that you're looking at, Gwendolyn, pulls out a rifle, and he actually I won't pull a rifle, pull a cutlass and like look at you and say, "You, drop your weapons." And the other one says, "We're not here to take prisoners. Kill them, damn it!" He's like, "Right," and he just points his sword at you. They're all making
Look,
their moves, but
my
that's
initiative is just agility, right? It's unless you have like
D20
feats
plus
and stuff.
Yes, and a D20 plus agility unless you have feats. I have a pawn for the time being.
And as always, I'm last in the initiative.
What'd you get? Oh,
Hey, 13.
A 4. I got a 4.
that's
We both got a 4.
Fucking hilarious.
We are both a little slow, you know.
It's what
Yes.
connects us for real.
that's painful. All right, you can enter in your initiatives as I'm adding them to the turn order. Let's see what they get.
Of course. But of course.
That was a mech that got trapped.
How do I add my initiative?
I just clicked the number and entered it.
Yes, if you just click the number and enter the number.
Like the number and
And I only need to know what one of their initiatives are over here.
I see.
I need to know what only one of their initiatives are over here. Alright. Alright. That's funny. Ironically, they rolled a nat 20, didn't they? Okay. I just need to read something.
Awesome. Love to see it.
We do love our... Alright.
Mech boys.
Alright. Some people in the distance are going to be doing and deliberating about something. This mech is going to... It's kind of stuck in the ridge and it actually can't really see you guys outside of maybe Gwendolyn. But even then, it's kind of struggling with being restrained here. I believe that being restrained affects its attack rolls. Because it is going to try to fire at you, Gwendolyn.
What the fuck?
Yes. Fire! It's going to point its shotgun over. I said rifle. Point its shotgun over and fire 2 shots at you, Gwendolyn. But it is infamy. So the first shot sails right into the tree behind you and just shatters parts of the bark. The second shot does the same and just obliterates several portions of the tree behind you. They cannot seem to get a good purchase here. They are going to try, and I'm pretty sure their fitness is the same. Is this updated? Yeah, it is. Oh, it's a 6. Okay. Let's roll d20 then.
It's a 9.
So the 15. Nope, they are still in it. Need a 17.
Nice.
This other one. Hey, this is the guy that's looking at you, Gwendolyn. He pulls, as he's pulled the sword, and I said, right. He's like, you should have, I don't know, stayed away from here. And he's going to, run towards you
Who
with the
are you talking
cutlass.
to?
You,
There's only
Gwendolyn.
me here. Yeah,
It's
but yeah,
such
he's
a
like
fun
you all.
day.
He's like you all, and I'm like.
Well,
he's
as he
just
looks,
me.
he can see a Pawnee at least as he's running over this way.
That's just another first person.
They're all just force people. Don't worry about it. He swings over the
God
cutlass.
damn, that's a crit.
Ooh,
That's a crit. That's
that
a crit.
is a crit.
That's a crit.
He swings the cutlass over towards you, man. He really did say you should have stayed at home.
So
And that's max damage.
Okay.
11 slashing
Oh.
damage on the first attack. Check your armor though, see if you don't have any reductions.
I don't know what those
Properties.
modifiers do. I don't know what those properties do.
You can look them up on that document that you have. The one that's shared in Shadow Guardians. I think it's pinned as well. So like this.
It's not in Shadow Guardians.
It should
It
be.
would be in. Here's how I'm saying. Shared with me.
Shadow
it's
Guardians
in-
is where all your equipment and stuff is. The information for it is.
I see a thing for equipment and items, Alpha 3.
Nope,
It's not
it
that
would
one,
not
then.
be in that one. It's on. I'm telling you exactly where it is. Open the Shadow Guardians doc.
You're saying that as if like I just have a button that just magically opens that document.
I told you where to go to it. Go to Shadow. Go to the. Okay. Go to the chat. Go to Shadow Guardians chat, in the Discord server. Go
Oh,
to
that's
pinned
what you mean.
and then go to Raven Squad. Or it's named wrong, but it should be Shadow Guardians. And then there you go. You can just look it up there.
So it is G Officer Epsilon and Control F. And what the hell is the acclimate armor?
Acclimated armor.
Control V. Control V. Oh, I entered that fumble.
I think you looked up acclimated armaments.
That's that one.
It's this one. You can click me.
Here we go. Easier to wield, individual versatility. This allows.
Yeah. Effectively, I can summarize it for it. Effectively, the acclimated armor property allows anyone that wouldn't normally be able to wear the armor to be weared with it as long as they can pass like the general vitality or whatever checks required for it, if it requires one. In this case, for Epsilon, I think it's only like you have that already, so you can do this one return. Oh yeah, so if you are already, so for one that is versed with this armor naturally, however, you get a secondary bonus. So are you able to wear heavy armor normally?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Okay. Then you would get that secondary perk.
Which is
One, you can do this once per turn. You can do it a number of times as well, equal to one plus half your burst bonus. You get an additional joint action. You can activate an additional joint action.
I see. Okay. And then I get fallen comrades. When an ally that you can see reduced to shit. Use your action to gain 2 AC, 2 damage.
That's
For
final.
1
You
minute?
have final stand, not fallen comrades.
There's not fallen comrades?
No, it's final stand on it. Yep,
No, it's
right-
fallen comrades.
right
Yeah.
here.
I'm seeing. I'm looking at it right now.
No, that's
G
not the-
Officer Armor Epsilon Fallen Comrades.
Where is that? I'm looking at it. It says final.
I mean, I copied it from when I guess they must have changed it at some point.
Yeah, it changed when it was first copied because I had copied the wrong version for one of them.
I see. That's not my fault then. Right,
Yes.
so if I have final stand instead of fallen comrade, while you're tuned to this, well below. So that's not. I don't need to worry about that right now then.
Yes, you don't need to worry about that right now. Right? So, and then staunch. I'll check what staunch does. That one's on the equipment one. This is also the moment for anyone else to check their armor in case it does something for them.
I do have a quick question with blade rifle though.
Yes.
It says switch special mode. As a swift action on your turn, you can switch the weapon between 2 modes.
That
fire
should
mode
say a
and
joint
special.
action or one action. That's carryover from the old system. My apologies.
Okay.
But yes, it's a joint action or a one action. You can switch it between the blade or the gun mode. And then staunch grants you
It's
an
literally
additional-
only referenced once.
What is?
It's only referenced once in this thing. Staunch.
Yes, it's another perk. Or another property. It's on the regular equipment one because it's not special, it's just like a general item one. Your armor is quite well fashioned together and strong, granting with +1 AC bonus already accounted for, however, is very clunky and often difficult to maneuver in. You lose 5 feet of reflex movement while worn. Okay. That's what you
I should probably put
Note
that on my
yeah.
sheet.
I think normally you have 15, so you would have 10 right now.
Let's see. Reflex movement 15. So yeah, so 10.
Yeah. For while you're wearing the armor, yes. So yes, this guy will come at you and lash out with its cutlass. The first strike makes
Minus
purchase
11.
and deals 11 slashing damage to you.
Here. Aye.
And then the second one, I don't think a 14 will hit.
Nope.
He
It
tries
does
to
not.
swing again, but this time you manage to kind of dodge it in the way and slams or slashes the cutlass into like the bark next to you. He's like, we should have stayed away from him. Draws it back and gets ready to go again. That's all he's gonna do. The other one is relaying information back to the other people. And he's going to say, yes, we... what? What do you mean? Okay. But that doesn't make... Why do you mean I should ask that? Whatever. He seems like he's arguing with something. Or someone. His turn is going to skip as he is going to sit there for a moment. This one is going to take out a rifle. And it's going to take, he's going to move over here. And he's going to take aim at a Pawnee. Gonna move a little bit. He'll kind of like move to the side to fire at her. Why is it not pulling up the thing? Oh, well, yeah, it's carbine, but still. Oh, it's also not pulling up the full carbine. I love it, I love it, I love it. Wait. That's short bow. Didn't I make a full carbine method? I guess I didn't. Alright, so this guy's gonna pull out the carbine rifle they have. They're going to fire at a Pawnee. And instantly... Wait, this is conglomerate, isn't it? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ooh.
Oh, oh indeed.
Alright, let's tap back in. Alright, I'm going to roll. What do you roll? It was, so I think it is... Oh, no, I see. Yeah. Ooh. As he pulls back the hammer, or not hammer, pulls back the bolt on this thing and loads a round, takes aim at a Pawnee, and he looks like he's got her dead to rights. You hear a click. Another click. He kind of stops and looks inside, kind of looks in the chamber, and the gun explodes in his face.
I love that for him.
He is going to take 17 damage as it just blasts him in the face.
Straight up Looney Tunes shit. I love it.
He unfortunately made the mistake of having conglomerate weapons, which is not a good idea. They're very cheap, and they're very cheap, is all I can say.
I feel like me and Seyun just shared a look there.
He's not going to be using that weapon anymore, so I don't also think he's going to be using that flintlock that they have given them after that experience. And as it like explodes in his face, all you hear is shit, not again.
Again?
Again.
It's like, damn blubber, piece of shit. And that's, I guess that was one action. I guess another action to move. How far did he move? He moved, was it 10 feet or 15 feet, 20? You know what? Gwendolyn? Or not Gwendolyn. He's running up to you, you guys over here. He throws the broken weapon to the ground, pulls out the cutlass, and starts running over towards you. He says, so we just rely on good old-fashioned swords then. And he's going to charge towards you all, but that's all I
As
can
it
do.
breaks too.
This guy... He sees you, Gwendolyn, mainly. Gwendolyn.
Time to die. Time to die.
I'm going to pull out the shotgun and fire.
Sheesh. Heavy load.
22 damage as 2 shotgun shells come flying, or 2 shotgun pellet blasts come flying toward you.
What's impact?
Impact you don't need to worry about unless you're in a mech or you're a major threat that has a stagger meter. You don't have a stagger meter.
I see. Oh,
Yeah, you're just gonna run over here and jump, slide over here, point the shotgun at you, and just 2 bursts.
well. Hey, look at those good man.
And they kind of look over. You came here without any type of armaments.
I'm a forest person. Where the fuck you let me get that?
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, since nobody's really attacked them yet, this person really just thinks you guys came here with no weapons, so they're just kind of confused. Gwendolyn, it's your turn.
Fucking pocket sand. Erase my presence. Get me out of here.
This guy's like, I have pocket sand.
Fuck me.
Ooh, Gwendolyn is
Alright, well,
looking a little bit hurt. Oh, I didn't put a Pawnee's initiative in. I didn't roll it either, did I? Ooh. I'll have to go after it.
That's okay.
Oh, you're back.
Can I roll it now?
I got it. I got you a 19. So you can go after Gwendolyn.
I'm gonna have to disengage.
Yes, that will take 2 actions.
Should I roll for initiative now?
No, I rolled for you. You're good.
Oh, I can't. First.
Also, can someone stream the screen so that Bonnie can see, please?
So, disengaging means I can move my reflex movement by walking speed.
You're regular walk.
Alright. And I'm disengaging. We're like, yeah. Guys. I ain't looking so good.
Yep, they can't do anything to you. They're just, just evade away and then keep going. Where are you going?
I'm over here.
Yeah. Alright.
They're very back of my team.
You have a joint action still. You want to drink a potion or anything?
Who gave us potions? They gave us potions?
Yeah.
We got
everyone
potions?
Has, what do they call the second tier? Do I have them listed here? I don't have them listed here. Let me check the items. Or, let me check the equipment. It's, I think they're called graders, but control F. Healing. No, those are recovery bullets.
Someone shoot me with a recovery bullet.
It does enough damage to knock me down. Yeah, it's 44 plus 4. You guys have 2 of those, I believe, each.
Oh, I'm taking.
Or sorry, 3 of those each.
down.
My bad, 3 of those each.
4d4 plus.
And I think you have some medications as well. Let me check.
4 big guys. And they really busted my eye.
They really did. Medicine. I know there's more. Here we go. Medicines will hate. No, that's probably.
I took one, so got 14 health back.
Coolio. I don't see. Oh, I know what. Right. I should use the other equipment one. Yeah. The other thing you guys have is a stem, but I need to look up the information for it as well. But yeah, so 14 health. You can add that to yourself. All right, that's Gwendolyn. This person, they are going to take aim but do nothing. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Apani, I apologize. It's your turn.
I'm going to. This might take me like 2 seconds, so just because I did not have roll 20 open on my PC, because my PC did not survive power outage.
Oh, did I think Casket's streaming. If you want to look on his stream for the map.
Okay. Okay, so the creature that's like closest to us, that's a.
This is the guy that the conglomerate carbine he pulled out immediately blew up in his face, and he was quite upset, and he just decided to charge you guys with a sword. That's it. Or a compass.
So I think I'm gonna try to shoot the closest Dust Devil recruit with yeah, with a. Where did it? I literally had everything open, and then it just refreshed on me.
I can help you as well because I had your feet open for your stats.
It's a arm cannon.
Ah, the arm cannon. Does your arm cannon have any issues firing up close? I don't remember.
That's a good question.
Wait, I don't see.
It's a Surging Striker. You gain a special amount of arm cannon, which counts as a simple ranged weapon with a range of 90 to 180 feet.
That's weird. Why don't I see the arm? Oh, I see, because it's up here in the infiltrator thing. So simple ranged weapon. Okay, but it doesn't list anything about the close range property. So if you did it, I think he could potentially attack you, and you'd have difficulty doing it without any feats that allow you to attack using like certain types of ranged weapons in the close quarters.
Would it make more sense than to attack him with a spear?
Yes, a melee weapon, definitely.
Okay. I'll just attack him with a spear.
Cool.
Well, let's see if
You can also use your agility for this if it's higher. Check your stats. Yeah, you want to use your agility because it's better for you.
Okay. So is it like
D20 plus 6? 6, yes.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, there's a robot in here.
Yes, there is. I think it's the Dice Roller channel. Yes, Dice Roller chat right under Shadow Guardians.
Okay. Is it like slash roll then 1d20?
I think it's... Is it exclamation point? One second. Right, roll. Yes, exclamation point roll 1d20.
Okay.
And Carlbot is stupid, so it keeps saying, like, I don't know what to do with that. It's not for you, Carlbot.
I rolled an 8.
18. Oh, alright. That's a hit. Roll me damage. It's gonna be a d8 plus 4.
Okay.
Alright, I never, let me do that real quick. Oop.
12.
That casket, you should be able to activate Carlbot and do whatever you're trying to do. I give you temporary mod privileges.
I was making fun of the callbot.
Oh, I thought you were trying to fix something, because I was like, I don't know how to fix Carlbot. So I was But yes, I will be giving more full moderator status to you in a bit, but I gotta fix some things in the background. Alright.
Damage is 12.
How much damage was it? 12? You did? You got 12?
Yeah.
Max damage.
Yep.
These... Oh, I didn't fix all this. This guy's supposed to have 37. I think this guy was supposed to have low, and then this one was supposed to have... 1, 2, 4. Yep, I didn't get everyone's health right. Okay, so this one was the lowest one. I think that it was supposed to be 37. I think this one was supposed to be... what was it? I think it was supposed to be 28, but I'm gonna just make them dead because that was a mess up on me. I didn't adjust the health for everybody like I was supposed to. So they are dead. If you are going for a kill shot, I should say, upon it.
I was.
Alright. As you pull out the spear, you kind of think with the arm cannon, it looks like he's kind of ducking and dodging away a little bit. You whip out the spear and just whoosh, right in the chest.
Perfect.
And immediately just kind of drops the weapon. As you sheath it back out of him, he just stumps to the ground and falls over. 2 actions. You still have 2 actions left, and a joint action.
Honestly, that would be the end of my turn because I didn't want to get bouncy, but who else can attack us nearby?
There's another guy that Gwendolyn just ran away from. Also, wild thing, like, Gwendolyn, you just watched get blasted by 2 mech shotgun shots in a row, and they are not looking good.
And I also got fucking critted.
Yeah, they look like they just got hit real hard. They might have been the first person they all saw, so they kind of focused them first. And they just retreated behind all of you, but you, I will say, you do know these things have a rocket launcher on their shoulder, or on their forearm, so be mindful of your placement with other people.
The one that attacked Gwendolyn, they're not too close to me, are they?
The only one that's closest to you is the one that critted Gwendolyn, which is, I believe, about 20 or so feet away from you. If you wanted to, you could do another move action. Or you could just shoot with your arm cannon over here. So I think you would incur MAP unless it's an unaffected move.
I use the arm.
I'm just reading to see if it's unaffected. It does not seem like it is. Okay. So yes, roll me a d20 plus. I think this one uses your resourcefulness, so d20 plus. You can use your resourcefulness or agility, so d20 plus 6.
Okay. So 1d20.
And it will have a penalty on it of a -5. Very possible to hit still, even with a -5 penalty. And just like that, you hit. Yep. Aim your forearm out. The energy swells in the barrel of at the inside towards the barrel of the gun. And it just explodes out with a huge blast of force. I would like you to roll me a d6.
Is there anything I add to it, or it's just
Or sorry,
a 1d6?
d8. My bad, a d8. +4. +4. It's an extra d6 if they've been hit with this weapon within the last minute, but this is the first time you hit them, so.
I rolled an 8.
An 8 plus the 4, or 8, and then with that we already added the 4.
No, 4 and then plus 4, so it's 8.
Okay, cool. That is the first damage they're taking as they're blasted with this force damage. Anything, you have another action and a joint action still. Anything else you'd like to do? Or are you still kind of...
I'll do it for now.
Alright. Casket. No, sorry, Seiyun. Seiyun, it is your turn. What would you like to do, Seiyun?
Who's the closest person to me? It's dark as hell. Let's see.
There is a
That guy?
person, south of you, you can see. Also, for some reason, there's this, like, really weird, like... It's really dark on one part of the map, and then it's, like, not as dark on the other side when I view it for some reason. I don't know why that happened, but yeah.
I see.
But yes, there's this guy right here, and then
let's
there's
see.
also this mech, but it's kind of, I would say the ridge isn't really there after it collapsed, so there's another guy within 15 feet in the mech.
Oh, in the mech,
Yes,
right there.
the mech is still restrained by the like rubble and by the net, so it's not like it completely whiffed Gwendolyn when it fired because it can't. It's like stuck in the rubble. But it is restrained there for now.
Oh, okay. I want to try something stupid. So,
Alright.
is
That
it
is
possible?
not a character for you.
I wanna try to see if I can hop on this mech and try to mess with it, try to get to the cockpit.
Ooh, you want to try to break the open the cockpit? All right. I would say,
Yeah.
because you guys have practiced against these things, roll me a knowledge engineering. I want to know if you.
Oh boy, we know how I do it.
Or recollection, one or the other. I'll let you do either. But
Let's see.
normally I'd say engineering only or technological, one of those two.
18, and that's just like no modifier.
No
Just
modifier?
18.
Alright. I would say so one, you do know you can, like, this is for most things, you can just break the cockpit off. This is actually a not uncommon strategy, and you've seen Brew do it in training, where, like, if he was kind of, like, tell you about how, oh, you know, in a certain fight, like, or if you're having a fight with someone and you want to affect them with spells because you really can't, like, see the person in the unit, they're, like, being obscured by the mech and often they'll have defenses. If you blow off the cockpit, by targeting it, you can actually start affecting the person piloting the unit, right? So it's a legitimate strategy with something that you're struggling with dealing with the mechanical chassis if you want to hit the pilot itself. Normally the cockpit's not super hard to damage and or isn't as hardy as like the rest of the unit overall. Despite it also being important. There's other things, of course, he would tell you like about aiming and things like that. But the one thing he said is in most of the conglomerate units you guys fought in the simulation, there is a immediate kind of cockpit purge button you can press. Basically, this was put in because during the Rising War, also I think the music stopped, I'll fix that. I know it didn't, it's just quiet. During the Rising War, there was incidents that you were told about with these specific units, the duelers. They basically used them on the waters of, or on the coast and on the seas, trying to fight the Dogmatians and the dragons and such like that, right? But all these units had an issue because they basically had terrible buoyancy and terrible like aquatic abilities until recently. So a stopgap was put in place to kind of, well, it was a safety feature, if you want to call it that, where the pilot could immediately, or from the outside or inside, eject the cockpit and try to flee the unit if it fell in the water. That, you could say safety features, still exist on these units, and you are aware of where they are because you've been training against them for the last month. It will take you an action to do, but you can basically try to slam it, and cause the cockpit to auto-purge. It won't necessarily throw them out. You'll still have to probably try to, if you want to, throw them out yourself, but it will rip the cockpit.
I will definitely try to like slam on it.
All right. So one action is you kind of locate the thing, and he really can't resist you doing this. You would know normally they could probably just like throw you off real quick if you wouldn't have a good hold of them, but because they're restrained, it's just like he just cannot. The pilot just cannot get you off of them. You just kind of look for it. It's around like the top of the neck, and you just kind of smash your shoulder into it real quick, or your elbow into it. You hear that crack sound, and the cockpit just and opens up.
Great tag teamed.
You have one action.
Hell yeah!
Would you like to try to pry this person up, or pry this person out?
I would love to try to pry this person out.
As the
So is
cockpit
that
opens, I'm gonna need you to roll me a fitness check, or a grapple.
Let's see.
Probably a grapple, actually. As the cockpit rips open, and this guy's like, what? What are you doing?
That one, baby.
Did you
Let's
actually,
go.
well,
Yeah.
let's see. They might roll really good. This would be very funny if I rolled a 1.
Did they roll
I
a-
almost did, man.
Oh. The
They,
numbers.
as you kind of reach in, like, no, get off of me! Get off of me! And they'll like kick you off, and you kind of go like tumbling over, prone right by the mech. But that's all that happens. You just fall prone.
Rude. But
I'm paying
yeah, I
you money
guess
for this
that's.
thing. You're not taking it.
Who said I was trying to take that? I'm trying to kill you.
I'm trying to take your life.
That's you have your joint action, but I imagine there's not much you can do with it at the moment.
Nah, I'm simply prone right now.
Casket, you witnessed that happen. The cockpit is still open, by the way. just figured I'd
So
mention-
well. I mean, there's not a lot I can do, right? I mean, I kind of have to.
Are you
Kinda
thinking about
have
doing
to.
something?
Of course, come on. So I'm gonna, just a little over here, maybe, right? Just a little movement action there, and I'm gonna get the dust devil out.
All right, roll me a grapple.
Dust the insides.
Oh man,
What did I?
you rolled a 2.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Interesting. That's a thing that happened, huh?
He manages to kind of like jostle you off him, but you don't get kicked back like prone. You just fail the check initially. You still have another action. You can re-attempt. I think a grapple attack is a singular action.
Okay, if I do it again, it's gonna be You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna shoot this guy over here with my with the gun that I picked up. Now, what was that gun again? I think it was the blade gun.
Blade
Yes,
rifle.
Blade
Yes.
rifle.
All right. Fire it up. Roll me a d20 plus your modifiers. Oh.
That's awesome. That is.
Unfortunately, the shot goes wide and hits into the rock. Not doing
What is up
anything.
with my rolls today?
Man,
You know what? I'm gonna stab this dust devil. I'm just gonna.
unfortunately,
I can use that
have
switch
used-
action, right?
you've used all your actions already.
All right, movement. I keep
Yep.
forgetting about movement.
But yes, you are. You have your joint action though. I guess if you still want to switch, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll switch.
All right. So you swing the weapon, and it switches the blade forward. And the guy just kind of looks over at you, like eyes wide, realizing you're focusing on him now. Top of the round. I'm gonna roll something. Okay. They're going to send something out. Apani, it is your turn.
I think I'm going to. Can I attack the same person with an arm cannon again?
You can. Actually, wait. Before you do, I will say, because it would probably happen before because it was their turn. So, you hear one of the guy that was arguing for a moment.
Mhm.
He starts to say, he's like, I don't. Whatever. Oh, you are the group that fought. Wait, one second. Let me check what his name was actually. Nope, that's the Pawn's character. Where is it? Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Ah, here they are. Their name was. Are you the ones that fought Havana? James.
Should I tell them or should I not?
That is all up to you all, because they're asking. The guy in the back is asking us to everyone. He's yelling it out. Are you the ones that fought Jigs?
What does the rest of the group think?
Penis.
I say yeah. Go ahead. Say.
Okay, I just yell out, yeah.
Lita wants to speak with you.
What?
I pass that phone.
Who?
Where your mom's at? Oh, yeah, where your mom's at?
When your mom.
He looks very like annoyed because he kind of looks like we could have handled this, and he's like, fine, So okay, I will say for the moment you're out of initiative because it seems like everyone's has for now stopped hostilities.
It's so funny because I just imagine, like he's saying, wait. He wants to talk to you. Meanwhile, me and Casket are actually trying to like
we're ready to
grab
stab
somebody
this
up.
guy. He's like, Jeff, stop struggling, stop. Everyone, put your weapons down. Stop it. Gosh, that's what like Chrono look at that. Oof. All right, he'll throw it over to you, Apani, if you're closest. It goes over like a little transceiver device.
I think, can I roll to see if I would like know how to use it or what it is?
Yeah, you could. Just roll me a knowledge, engineering, or technological.
Okay. Let me see. Knowledge. So engineering, I have a +2. Technological, I have a +4.
Use technological, definitely. I'd
Okay,
say it's
so that
probably more
is-
technological than but honestly, maybe.
So D20 +4.
Yep. You will need. You're not gonna need a high number for this either, but still.
I rolled a 23.
Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Bonnie, listen, your siblings and your tribe, your mothers, they have given you a lot of information about technology and stuff, especially just from the way they safeguard certain types of it. Probably more on the architecting variety. You're familiar with this device. It's not ironically, this is nothing super sophisticated. This is the devices you have around your ears, like the transceivers and the things they can do, are significantly more advanced than this. This is a basic transceiver device that probably doesn't even have a long range. Like, you're maybe only like 2 or so hours walk, if not maybe walk away from like the actual town itself.
Mm-hmm.
Your things can trace all the way back to the town and communicate there. You're not sure this could. This could probably only communicate within like maybe 500 feet at most.
Okay.
It's a pretty short range like transceiver device. Probably it might be able to reach further if there was some type of tower for it to bounce off of and like piggyback on. But no, this is like very basic, very basic phone effectively. There's not even games on it, man.
Damn.
Even yours comes with that, You gotta get really good at the program. But no, yeah. So
Yeah.
you can immediately there's a couple buttons basically send, receive, accept expectedly or effectively, and you just click the button, and you can hear the voice of someone.
I feel like I'm kind of like laughing at these guys almost internally. I just like press the send button. I'm just like, so you were asking for us? In like a spooky voice.
You hear
Just to be funny.
You hear a voice come on. I see. I was not familiar that we'd be graced with the beautiful presence of women today.
So,
My apologies for how my men have been treated. All of them. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot.
maybe so.
Yes.
Would you like to speak in more cordial terms?
Well, see, we have a particular issue so to speak. You see, kind of can hear the sound of something whirring in the back, like machinery or something like that. So you see, we were simply out here. We were simply out here monitoring the situation in the area nearby, and you all come along, and a little attack happens.
It did not look like monitoring to me.
You hear one of the person in the mech yell out, "They killed Jeff!" just from the bottom of the mech that Casket and Seiyun are currently around.
Huh.
He's like, don't worry, Jeff was an idiot. Anyway. Bygones, bygones. We're in the now. So, I agree, we definitely got off on the wrong foot, and we could talk more cordially. However, there is a little thing. I don't exactly, I mean, it sounds like you know who we are. After all, I don't imagine you would have seeked us out if you didn't. But I don't exactly know who you are.
I remove my finger from the send button so you can't hear me, and I just run up to the homies, and I'm just like, should I just tell them we're the Shadow Guardians?
Tell me the motherfucking Shadow Guardians. Yeah. Put some motherfucking respect on that man. Yeah, I start mashing some buttons too, so it's like ding 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 in his ear.
I press the send button and I say, we're the motherfucking Shadow Guardians.
Yeah.
You guys it's like, I can feel the aggression from here. It sounds like we were quite ill-perturbed towards you all. I see. Shadow Guardians. Don't think I've heard that name. Venturers, mercenaries.
Well, that's for us to know and you can find out.
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
We're the
Well,
motherfucking Shadow Guardians.
We're what?
We're the motherfucking Shadow Guardians.
That we are. That is, yes. Shadow Guardians, trademarked. Yes.
Yeah.
Patent pending.
pending. Well, I mean, it isn't pending anymore. You guys got accepted with that name in the guild books. I guess that's fair. Well, we've stood down for we're standing down for the moment. How about you all? I heard that the last parlay didn't go so well.
It didn't go so well for others. One moment. And then I talk to my team and I'm like, should we stand down or just whoop their ass?
The fuck is a parlay?
See, a parlay is when you bet, and it keeps going. Is that what a parlay is? I look at Casket. Is that what it is?
I believe I have some records of a parlay in a certain series called Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think that's a partay.
Memory bank must be a little corrupted.
I mean, if he wants to party, is that a truce?
Is that like a birthday party? Do I have to bring a fucking gift?
We would accept
Simply
a
short
party,
notice.
yes. I believe we should accept a party.
We should accept. We're accepting party. Yes.
Yeah, we're accepting his party invitation.
So I press send and I say, we do in fact accept the parlay.
I see. Reasonable source, you Shadow Guardian. Oh, good to hear.
Trademark.
Well, I guess to be fair and such, I should come meet you myself, shouldn't I?
Oh yes, we can talk in a more cordial manner.
Yes. Hear the line go down for a moment, and you see something come over as the guy's like, what did he say?
We're having a party.
We're having a party? Why are we having a party with all of you?
It's his
A birthday
birthday.
What? He's like looking- As
I
you
love
see,
that, like, none of us know what parlay means.
yeah,
Get him a
exactly.
gift. What the fuck? We can't have him show up and we have no gifts in hand. What the fuck are we gonna do? Do you have a gift? I like point at the guy that critted me.
My gift is just the fact that I didn't kill them already.
He's like, we could have beat you, the guy says. And then you blasted with a force blast.
Yes.
I like the laugh, just like the, yeah, sure, honey.
Whatever makes you feel better.
As you see these things come kind of, not flying super high, but like 30 or so feet off the ground, just kind of hovering over. This one, however, this is a unit you haven't seen. It does look similar to the Boomers, but it's been definitely upgraded and looks a bit more custom made. As it kind of flies over. And it hovers, and it says, "Ah, so this is the Shadow Guardian." You can hear the voice kind of project out. "Ah, you'll have to forgive me." The unit kind of slowly descends and like lands. And out pops a person. I don't have the token in, but out pops a person kind of in these thicker fatigues and kind of this like these larger wrappings that descend down kind of towards their ankles, kind of over their shoulders. It's kind of, I should say it's more like a cloak or something, like a jacket, or not jacket, a coat.
Intriguing.
Ah, you have to forgive me for the less formal attack. It kind of gives like a slight bow towards you upon your door. Kind of ignores
I
the
felt
other
that. Damn.
No. What brings you here to our humble abode out here in the, well, I wouldn't say the best countryside of sorts. Memorem is many things, but it is not a very favorable place.
Well, isn't it quite obvious what brings us out here?
I guess you are looking for us? And why would that
Maybe
be?
so.
What have we done to deserve the attention of your illustrious group?
I do reckon a small town covered in flames a while back.
A small town covered in flames. I don't recall something of the sort. You see he's kind of thinking. I'm not
Can I
sure.
do a mood on that?
Yeah, you can.
Like,
Yes, you can.
yeah, I want
You're like,
do a mood on that. 'Cause, you know, I've been one to do misdeeds, you know.
Looking me as well, but not to the same extent.
anyone else?
I got a
Just
16
go
for
I look
mooding.
over to Seiyun.
No,
He
but
said-
yeah, let's.
He said we are illustrious. Let's go.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna also roll the mood.
Alright.
Okay. What? I lost a page. Hold on. 20. 13, baby. Let's go.
Seiyun, you're not really sure. You know, I'm not saying you trust this guy or anything, not at all. But like, you're not sure if he is aware of the burning town nearby. Gwendolyn, this dude's lying. He is definitely lying.
The dichotomy is so
It's,
great.
but it's a lie that's kind of, you get the vibe that like he's aware of things, but he might not have like been the one to direct or order it.
You know what's
it's that like
crazy?
plausible deniability type vibe. Like, oh, I'm aware, but like I don't know exactly what happened. I was here.
Who upon you speaking to the person
Well,
directly?
he's in front of all of you, right? Is that-
Yeah, but like who the one mostly talking to him is upon it, right?
Yes.
Yes, but
Alright.
feel
I
free to
still-
question.
No. I trust in your talk no jutsu, but I'm gonna let you know telepathically, cause you're within 30 feet of me. So in your head, you hear me say that was a lie.
Oh, Gwendolyn using some of her abilities, I see.
Wait, can I communicate back to you telepathically?
Yeah,
I just communicate back bet.
I'll keep the telepathic link
Alright.
up.
Would you
in
like
case
to
you ever
tell
need to tell
everybody
me.
The ability you're using, just for like the audience to speak?
Ionic mind. It comes with my. What does it come with? My gem accessory. It comes with the accessory augment.
Yep. Very useful for these type of moments. So as he kind of looks over, he's like, I don't think I recall something like that. Oh, you must be talking about Taraturu, the nearby Memorem settlement. I'd say.
Well, of course I am.
Ah, did something perturbed happen then? I was unfamiliar.
Well, is there anything specifically they did to you?
To us? Oh, I'm sure they would not like our kind around there, regardless. You have to understand, especially with people like Ishin, they would probably not like to see familiar faces from the past, I'm sure.
How familiar are we talking?
Did Ishin never tell you while you went? I imagine that you were hired on a job, of course, by the Memorem and such. He kind of looks over. He's like kind of gauging things. But I'm sorry.
I said I won't give exact details.
Of course. Never reveal your clients. He kind of snaps his fingers and gives you a wink. There is something. Well, Ishin has a checkered history, we'll say. Before he was the leader of the new Memorem, as they say it. He was a freedom fighter for some, a tyrant to others, maybe. He used many different services during the Civil Wars to get his way.
You don't say.
Some of them just might have crossed our paths sometimes. But that was a long time ago, and I'm sure she is such a changed man now, as we all are.
I'm just like telepathically sending like thoughts that like I honestly don't like exactly know who to believe now. To be honest, when I first met the new changed leader, I was like, he's definitely hiding something just in the back of my mind, even though I don't really say it out loud. So like, man might not be lying, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's on our side. What do you think? I'm just telepathically sending thoughts.
I forgot the telepathic link was up, so I'm just singing mana mana doo doo doo. Mana mana doo 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 doo.
And then all of a sudden you hear a Pawnee voice coming in.
I'm like, oh shit, what? I'm like, yeah. You know what? You got this.
Okay. I just like look at the leader of them and say,
I apologize, I never said my name. You may call me Roberto. Roberto now.
Roberto. What an interesting name. I do fancy it. Oh, I suppose this might change things.
Wait, what's the name?
Roberto. Or Roberto. Whichever. Roberto now.
I wish I could just like telepathically send Daco messages.
I see.
Well.
Hi, your name, my dear.
Oh, my name is Apani.
Apani. It is as beautiful as the stars that hang above. It's like a nice bow.
Mood that. I'm a mood that. I'm a mood that.
I'm just playing with crickets, man. I don't know.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, he's not lying in the sense of like you don't get the vibe that he's definitely playing things up, but you don't get the vibe that he doesn't think Apani is like attractive or doesn't like her.
Yeah. I'm also like playing things up too, like
You hear your mind. That was a lie. That was a lie. You think you look like shit.
So there was a full-blown fucking lie.
So that's up to you, Apani, how much you believe Gwendolyn here, considering that she was also not paying attention before.
Well, sometimes people can be like flirtatious in order to convince people that they're on their side or to get people to back down.
They also can, can't they?
Yeah. So, I don't necessarily trust him, but there might be some truth to a few things he's saying. Just not everything.
He burns children for a living.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a lie, technically. But God, that's so recent. But I see that you are still. He kind of looks over at Casket and Seiyun. I see that you are still on edge. Please, everyone, calm down, calm down. Yeah.
I heard on edge, and I'm just playing with my crickets. Like, what?
He's like, there's no need to be for weapons to be drawn. And it looks over at the armor dice. That means you too. You can see the kind of weapons that were a little bit like not really pointed, but kind of aimed, kind of lower down.
I'm gonna break the telepathic link with her,
Uh,
and I'm gonna just telepathic link to just a random one of his guards. And I'm like, yo, you ever seen a take a look cat?
yeah. Yeah. What? That's it?
I hope he just like drive them nuts.
Huh? Who? Who are you?
A take a look cat? You ever seen one?
What are you? What are you doing? Who are you? He's here in your
Take a
mind.
look at these balls.
One
And
of the people
disconnect
right now
immediately.
is just like frantically looking left and right and like completely confused. Okay, Roberto kind of looks over. No way. Maybe he's just spending too much time out to the sun. Get him back to home. Okay, we're gonna go back. He's like, you didn't hear about the cats? The what? Looks over. No. We're gonna go rest back there. How about that? With the cats and the balls. No. We're going back to camp. And you can see like getting led away right now.
And I just like wave bye-bye.
This person having like the biggest mental moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but it's
that was
like,
good.
apologies about that. I don't know what's Kimbo.
It could be the stress of battle, puts people's minds on edge.
Of course.
Right.
But since it seems like the battle is done, I imagine your operations here, or your mission here, is still to deal with the mercenaries outside, I'm sure. And Sheen doesn't want us hanging around. So if you'd like, we would happily take our leave.
I look to my comrades and I ask them what should I do.
I mean, we don't have to fight.
Yes, there's no reason for any more blood to be spilled. I know you've heard much of the Dust Devils, I'm sure, from the shoot. But we are not entirely stupid souls. We can understand when certain dice are not in our favor. And even if we have you outnumbered now, I would beg to imagine that you all might be a bit more equipped than you are presenting.
Oh. I never say all of my cards, now do I?
Very nice. And quite like you.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to stop doing all this low-paying adventurer work, feel free to give us a call.
Well, I do appreciate the offer, I will say. I'm paid quite graciously here.
I wonder. I'm not sure that they can match certain clients that we stick with these days. But of course, kind of gives you he kind of holds up his finger to his lips and gives like a wink. We never talk about your clients, unless it burns at you.
My clients and me are a close-kept secret. But I do say, how shall I get in contact with you in the future if I care to see you again?
And it says, I'm sure you could ask a few people around you, Shane and Hamilton. You don't worry. I'm sure we'll all paths will cross again. With a star as bright of you as you, there's only so far that we can go about
That is true.
it.
Well, I guess I shall see you again sometime.
Indeed. And you too, my dear. He motions to Gwendolyn. Do not think I did not notice your people.
It's just so funny. I want to say the cat thing again, but I'm just don't want to mess it up from here, so I'm just put 2 thumbs up. I'm a finger gun him. Yeah, I'm just finger gun him, like pew, yeah.
And he says, one of them kind of looks over and like, are you sure about that? Our job was to survey the area for future operations. I'm sure our client will be happy to know that we have done so and achieved the successes that they laid out. The area is ready for any excavation on such that they would need. Unless, of course, you'd like
Somebody write that down. Excavation.
He kind of looks back at this, like, unless, of course, you would like to remain here without the support of a company. I can assure you, as you know yourself, Ishin is not a man to be things untied. And that kind of like, there's like a nod from the unit. Understood. I'll go back to the others and motion for them to begin packing up the pants. And the unit starts to walk on. Ah. Well then. Maybe this one right by. But yes, outside of that, he kind of looks over. Well then, you can go back to Ishin and tell them and everyone else that there won't be any problems. And also, wish them well. As you mentioned, it sounded like a terrible attack happened on the town. It's a wonder how that could happen.
Yeah, well, it was quite heartbreaking.
Cricket noises.
Yes, Memorem these days, they seem to be waiting and lapping up for anyone to help them. They used to be such a strong sort, now they're on their own for the most part. But I hear Ishin is sucking up quite well to the Lapsians. Maybe they'll throw him a bone or two. And they won't burn half the country this time. That would be a show, wouldn't it?
I'm listening, but I'm not saying much.
Yep. He seems like he is, he's just kind of like passively making the comment about it.
I'm waiting for them to like disappear, and I'm trying to maintain a straight face. So it's just.
Well, yes, after
That's
he says.
cricket aggressively.
If you want to say something, why not?
You can talk.
I have been scolded before. I'll stay right
It's
here.
like, I don't-
Well,
I will not scold you.
True, but you
All
weren't
I
scolded
have
for
to say-
speaking. You were scolded for shooting.
if I speak, shooting's gonna start, so I'll stay right here.
I don't know that. Roberto seems like such a reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person, Casket?
I have been known to do that sometimes.
We get paid.
Are you asking if you're getting paid or they get paid?
You're like low
Who's
payment.
getting paid? Okay, who's getting
Exactly.
paid? Let's sort this out.
When do we
Do
get
we not
paid?
get paid? I'm just like standing extremely close to them, whispering into their ears, so he does not hear me.
Yeah.
Is the other guy still there? So I'm like struggling to hold a straight face now.
Okay, looks. Oh, well, I mean, if there's nothing else, then we will be on our way. You can return back to Ishin and tell him all about your wonderful endeavors. Oh, and give Ishin my love. I haven't seen him in so long. I hope the old man's doing quite well.
It was quite a pleasure to grace your presence.
You know, he kind of turns and he'll start walking. And and as he actually, before he finishes walking away, he'll kind of stop. And he'll turn and say, Shadow Guardians, go.
Yeah.
Nothing. Quite interesting tech you all run around with, though. Could have sworn I'd heard about it somewhere.
Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Only time will tell.
Perhaps. He will walk away.
No, see, we don't want the time to tell us that, honey. We don't want the time to tell us that.
As he just completely disappears out of sight. I run to a bush and projectile vomit. It's fucking disgusting. But maybe there's some truth to something he's saying. Maybe there's more to the story we don't know. Also, I swear if I have to flirt with him one more time, I will progressively vomit. I'll projectile vomit.
Didn't you just do that, though?
I said again. I don't want to do it again. But like, hear me out. So like, my tactic was we get on his good side now. We can find out more information later. If he thinks we're on our side, he will give us more information. Without bloodshed, I should say. Or maybe with less bloodshed.
These hired warriors, they are not the type that you can get on the good side with. They will side with whoever pays more.
That makes sense.
They won't give you anything unless you pay them.
He's already told us more information, though.
You hear a ringing sound on one of your guys' ears.
Who has tinnitus?
I just say answer.
And it answers.
Over and over.
And you hear Patricia.
Siri, pick up.
Is everything all nice? We haven't heard from you in a few hours.
Yeah?
That
I say in a
didn't sound
shaky tone.
convincing. What happened?
I think we met their leader-ish?
We met Ronaldo.
Ronaldo? Wait, let me see if I can dig up some information. Ronaldo... No, there's no record of a Ronaldo, at least not in relation to the Dust Devils.
He seemed more of like a leader
know?
of sorts.
He gave us the wrong name.
No, he said he knows. What's his face? Elise, right?
Elise? Who's Elise?
I think we're getting the names mixed up. The
I don't
fatigue
know.
might be getting to us.
I'm not good with names.
Wait, who
Can
are
I
you referring
like
to?
roll to see if I can remember this name?
Yes, you can. wait, I thought it was a meme, but did you guys actually legitimately forget his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It started with an R.
It did. You were
Listen,
close. I thought you were joking, Louis.
I tried to write it down, but from the point where
Rolando,
I
no.
got my
Rolando.
Ricardo.
Close.
Ricardo.
It was close. It's not that.
from the point where I heard the name and managed to get out my pen, I had forgotten the name.
Real. And same.
All right, roll recollection.
Okay.
Not Ronaldo. No, Ricardo.
We just all worked it out.
God damn.
Yes. It's not a
Not Rolando.
It's Rolando. You're doing what I do in Starship with Rebecca's name. I call her like Rochelle and God damn it.
It was like a raw
I
dough.
remember 12.
Okay, it's Roberto.
Oh, Roberto. Yeah.
I-
Roberto
Roberto.
now. Their name is the Roberto now. Maybe goats and shit. Roberto now.
Exodus Roberto ring a bell?
Oh, yeah, there's a Roberto here. Ronaldo, but didn't come up. Yes, Roberto.
He recently changed his name.
Oh, just hold on. One moment. Oh, she's like reading through. You can see she's like hear her speed reading through something. Okay. Roberto noun. Okay. She's going. I'm gonna look up something because she is going to know some information now.
I love that the fatigue just caught up with all of us as a group.
Roberto noun, leader of one of the two leaders of the Dust Devils. Well, one of the two remaining leaders of the Dust Devils. The other one has been MIA for several. It seems like there hasn't been any sighting of them for a while. I imagine they switched to doing more less combative stuff and more arms-dealing stuff. Roberto, however, is a real piece of work. He's been implicated in several incidents, several accidents and conflicts across Memorem during the Civil War. The hired gun that follows through with the rest of the Dust Devils. And he's also been on the guild's wanting list for several years now. There was a fiasco a few months ago involving some stolen armored night tech as well. Information, Institute Chevalier, she's reading. Institute Chevalier facility raided. From what I can gather, he and the Dust Devils were part of the whatever stuff that happened there. However, it seems like they were able to get out through circumstantial evidence, right? It wasn't a guild-headed court. It seems like it was local, Delra related.
Interesting.
So it was under the Consortium's purview, or specifically the Delra's province's purview. Seems like most incidents involving the Dust Devils have been in the presence of the Delra purview.
They probably have a connection here.
Probably. I think she kind of thinks, I'm going to have Fari contact some people she knows in the up the chain in the Consortium. They were supposed to be doing a cleaning of house, but it seems like somebody slipped past the cracks. Any connections? No, none at the moment, damn it. Roberto's... well, I won't get into the details of all the incidents involved, but we'll just say that during the Civil War, it seems like he was involved in some trafficking incidents.
Does he have a weakness to anyone he could mildly be attracted to? I just need to know if I can get
he has an affinity with women. Yeah. She kind of is like a yeah, when she says that too.
Try to look up any sexual harassment charges.
I
Yes.
don't think you want to know the list of those at the moment.
I love to know what I'm up
There's a
against.
list.
I love to know what I'm up against.
Yes, and I will say, Memorem didn't exactly keep the best records during the Civil War. There's only there is a multitude of horrid things I can imagine that Roberto was complicit in during that time. Mercenaries not hired by the guild were not known for their decorum to civilians, we'll say that much.
Sure.
Disgusting. Anyway, she I'll see what else I can dig up about Roberto and the Dust Devils and any recent involvement.
Do you know any connections between Roberto and the new Memorem leader?
No, Memorem. Oh, Ishin? Let me
Yes.
see. Yes, a bit.
You seem to have some history with him.
From what I can gather, she kind of looks up. Before Sheen was a prospective leader of a Memorem, he was part of one of the main groups fighting in the Civil War. A leader in some senses, but not entirely. Let me see. Oh, why can't I find information about Ishin? No! Ishin! One sec. Ishin. I can't spell words. That would be why. I did not spell his name right. That would be why I couldn't find information on him. She will, simply add. Yes, Ishin was a... Wait, what the fuck? Uh-oh. Oh, my document. Oh, thank you, document. My document decided to, refresh.
Oof.
Okay, here we go. Yes, okay. So I believe that Ishin was part of a group called the Tauran Authority, or the House of Watar, one of those two.
Oh.
I'm skim reading a little bit just to get the main. Wait, am I wrong about that? The House of Vatar is on and non-personal. Good rule. Oh, I'm sorry. Neither of those. My bad. I apologize. There's four of these groups. That's why. Look. So it's a lot of lore, right? I'm trying to synthesize down in a quick answer. But for the sake of what you hear currently, you can just hear her reading a bunch of different stuff at the moment.
Okay.
It seems like she's trying to get a grasp of like Ishin and like the whole Memorem situation. She seems unfamiliar with it herself. So, the dramatic land, take over the House of the Time approach. There were many changes, structure systems, maybe 2 years, 2 more without it. Wait, 2 years. Okay. New Consortium. Okay, so that sets up the interim leader. Okay, so who was Ishin part of then? Oh my god. I believe by extension. So I'm going. If I say this wrong, I will say later if I have messed this up. But I believe that Ishin was part of. You'd think it'd be easy to say, what group was he part of during the Memorem Civil War? But no, I did not write that simply, because I am a dumbass. And I like writing giant stories of things. Okay. Thank you! Fucking Christ, I found it. Alright. Fatab. He was the leader. He was one of the 2 leaders of the Fatab resistance.
Oh.
It was one of the groups in Memorem at the time. I should say, all of these groups are basically dissolved now for what the new Memorem is. So, through that integration and their kind of dissolvement, he became the interim leader and has kind of now been decided as like he's currently the interim leader, but it seems like the bulk of the Memorem people are with him. From what you can gather, at least. I guess from what he's told you.
In the future?
Say it again?
Also, he might become a permanent leader in the future.
That or some type of electability thing might happen. It seems like they're doing some governmental restructuring, and he is kind of in place in this position as like a stability worker. So he probably might be just elected back into that position if like things go well, but it seems like that's from how the Civil War ended and the support around from the area. It seems like that is kind of what things are going. But yes. So during his time, so she would answer this. During his time in the Fatab resistance, it seems like I said, records are a bit sparse, but it wasn't exactly odd for certain groups to use mercenaries and other adventurers to fight in certain battles. Mainly mercenaries, I should say. It seems like Fatab might have hired the Dust Devils for some operations, but I should add it's not necessarily unique to them. It seems like all the other groups also hire the Dust Devils. In fact, Latar seems to have hired, or not Latar, Torin seems to have hired more than once, we'll just say, more than just a few times.
So the history is very much entwined.
Yes, I'd almost say that they would have been fighting with and against each other in several particulars. It seems like Fatab used them initially, but it seemed, for some reason, I have to ask Ashin maybe, it's not on the records here, they seem to have stopped using mercenary work after at least the first year or 2 of the Civil War, and entirely relied on Memorem specific people.
I wonder why.
They wanted to appeal more to their people? Not sure.
Maybe so.
Maybe they did something.
Maybe they did.
But unfortunately, I don't have much record of it. It seems like, despite what we have on Machine, I can tell you a lot about his past, but there are some things that aren't super known. But Which kind of mentions. Outside of his leadership of Fatab, let me see. The other leader was a man named Hawari. It seems that there was some type of split at some point. Not sure why either. There's no record exactly of it, but difference of opinion maybe? Regardless, though, after the splits, it seems the Fatab resistance took on a relatively new leaf. Still militant, might I add, during that time, but definitely less, problematic? She kinda like says. I'm not exactly sure. Regardless, though, Fatam seemed to be the one that edged out over all the other resistance groups during this time, and that it probably explains why Ishin is the one that was appointed out of the 4 factions.
Is there a small chance that things might not be as black and white as they seem?
It definitely seems to be the case. It should be noted, though, the guild did recognize Ishin's leadership during the peace negotiations.
Okay.
Actually, Ishin is the one that negotiated them with the other resistance leaders. This precedes the event of the split, however, as well. Either case. I have other records. His leadership is recognized by nearly 72% of the people, based on our projections of Memorem. Other groups of Memorem in general are either indifferent to his leadership or in disagreement of his appointment. Some of them view it as an appointment from a foreign rule, no guesses as to why, considering our involvement. The general likeness of his people is somewhat overall. It seems good, though. And from what I can gather from the last 2 years of the country's recovering, he's done many things to try to reach out, ironically, to the Consortium, even. Which is... well, I guess it's thought-provoking. But it's interesting. I know you're all not familiar with all of this, neither am I, but apparently the main reason a lot of Memorem citizens and Lapsians, or I guess that's what normally is referred to for Consortium people, don't get along is due to some long-standing issues. The Consortium invaded their lands during the Rising War and effectively bombarded them. I don't know if you've been, well, as you were traveling around, did you see any ruined trees and forests?
I think I have. Went a few times.
Oh, and also, like, everyone I'd say probably tapped into this conversation if they have their transceivers on. So feel free if anyone else wants to say anything as Latricia's talking about this, feel free to. But, she would say, yes, this place was hit very hard. Lapsus used it as a... well, Lapsus used it as a resource extraction area. And what they couldn't take, they combed over with bombs and strikes. If it wasn't for how things turned out in the rest of the war for them, I'd say they'd still be here to some extent. So, I guess I'm just surprised that Ishin, especially being part of Fatab, was willing to reach out to the... I mean, us it makes sense, but to the Consortium, I'm just surprised. A lot of Memorem citizens, I'm sure, blame them directly for everything that's happened, including the Civil War. In fact, it was even shown that some Consortium leaders were, or merchants and such, were involved in the Civil War's financing, it seems. Yes,
Is he trying to be on good sides with everyone, potentially?
It might seem like it. Memorem is... you've seen it. It's in less than favorable sorts at the moment. Environmentally and physically. But with, I guess, the hope of aid, and with the guild unions, with the Restitution Corps initiative and such, those funds could go a long way to helping. That's what Tarataro is supposed to be. A trading
Hmm.
hub that can hopefully help out and disseminate around the rest of Memorem.
Hmm. The more information I find out, the more questions I have.
Yes, as do I. It seems that Kayan at least knows a bit more about Ishin. I wonder how Curl thinks about it. Or shit, I guess you would say Avery. I wonder how Avery thinks about it.
Maybe we should all reconnect and discuss before we
Oh,
decide our next moves.
Yes, sorry, I was thinking out loud.
We're all good.
Oh, there's a connection here. I found something.
Oh.
Let's see, clients. And at this point, you all can hear the sound of the rest of the Dust Devils basically like moving out. Yeah, they have left the area basically at this point.
Okay. I didn't realize some of them are still left.
Yep, there were some back in the main camp that's where Roberto and them came from. You guys were nearby.
Okay, so now nuke them.
Patricia's like, no, we don't even have the ability to use that type of stuff. Besides, we don't need to damage the area more so. Look at how Memorem is right now. If anything, they need less explosions and bombs.
We could find out their secrets, get close to them, and then prepare them a giant feast where the food is filled with poison.
I would be for that. I would definitely be. Especially for this Roberto character.
Hmm.
Did they leave anything behind? Sounds like they were moving out.
Then maybe we should scan the area and check.
You may roll an inspection.
Okay, let me see. What's my...
Those of you that want to, I should say.
Trying to see if I have any...
Did someone say inspection?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Gwendolyn has a 11, or not 11, 7, right?
Oh, that's
Oh.
even better.
A 20 beats
Oh,
anything,
shit.
so.
Natural 20 on that.
Also, we can stop the combat music. It's fine. We can tone it
There's,
down.
Yeah, can we? What if we get in combat with each other?
Gwendolyn, do you really want to be saying that on the health you're on right now?
Bro, I got hit so hard.
I'm just asking. But anyway, all right.
Also, some of these spells aren't all like.
Are they not on the
here.
spell thing? I will
No.
fix that. Tell me what. Write them down, and after the session, I'll go and get them. So let me check. Yeah, you're definitely finding some stuff. I'll tell you that much.
Also, what do crickets eat?
Lettuce, leaves.
Don't cricket. I might be
Mites.
thinking of locusts, but I'm pretty sure crickets eat like anything, right? Like a bunch of organic, like corn, rice, anything. You.
No, whoa, what do you mean you?
I think crickets are
You is
herbivores.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Crickets
sure.
don't eat metal.
I don't think they eat metal. I meant you as in like people.
Ah,
If you
That's
stay there
fair.
long enough. No, these are metal-eating crickets specifically.
no, whoa, no. We can't be having that now. No, they can't run away. They're my eternal friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
now.
crickets just
I'm
eat
gonna-
anything basically. That's
Wait, let me look up how long crickets.
Insect larvae, aphids, flower seeds, leaves, fruits, grasses. You know.
so just.
You ain't never seen a bug's life?
I have.
Yeah, exactly. We should know what crickets eat.
That's why I said I think they just eat about anything.
I don't know
Crickets
about
live up to
anything.
1
Okay, not
year.
metal, but they what?
Crickets live up to 1 year.
Yeah,
Are
they
you
don't
sure
have
these
long
are not-
lifespans.
Are
They're
you sure
small.
these are not magical crickets?
No, they're fine. Don't worry about it.
That's longer than I expected crickets to live naturally.
Whoa, what do you mean that's longer than you? What is
Don't-
this?
Don't flies live up to 5 days?
Yeah, flies don't live long at all. Like insects live extremely short lifespans.
Yeah, that's
Flies that are around me don't live that long.
You might be
Oh, yeah?
you might be looking at new flies. They reproduce a lot.
Yeah.
And they're
That's why I was
disgusting.
like, that's why I was surprised that crickets live up to 1 year, because I thought like some bugs, even like butterflies, don't even live a year long.
I think butterflies are like
No,
what, like 2
butterflies-
seasons maybe?
No, a week.
Yeah.
Butterflies got a week in them.
Alright.
Honestly, same. I have a week in the only.
I remember when I first heard that butterflies only live for a week
So,
when I was a child. So sad.
Gwendolyn, as you guys are going around, they basically broke down like most of the important stuff in their camp and then just left whatever else. They didn't give a shit. Like trash,
Oh,
other
yeah,
stuff.
free
They just
stuff.
left it there. However, as you're going through one of the things, it seems like there's a piece of paper kind of hanging ajar off of something.
Oh, yeah, read that down.
And you pull it up. It is records of something.
Wait, do I find that or?
That is what Gwendolyn finds first, because I just went with her first for finding this, but you're still gonna have something else you find specifically.
Let's see.
But you're like nearby. You all are nearby as you're kind of looking around. Gwendolyn, these are records of a contract.
Oh.
It's somewhat stained and not the best, but it's definitely something here. It is with the Dust Devils, Roberto noun, or the Dust Devils, and a group called the Faithful Forge.
Whoa, I've heard that.
Haven't
Oh,
it?
yeah, where'd you hear it from? Fill it out. Tell me
No
your
clue.
secrets. Okay.
No clue where, but I've heard that.
You might have all heard this name before. Just
We
offhandedly.
all have
though.
heard?
Yes, but offhandedly.
Hmm. That leaves me with more questions.
Feel free to roll recollection.
I
Okay.
ain't got that shit.
BC.
Or do I?
I think we've established I'm terrible at recollecting things.
Me too. But I will.
Like my whole race is people forgetting things. Well, robots forgetting things.
Yeah. Sometimes to know that many years of knowledge might be traumatizing.
This is a whole race of robots with dementia.
Right, I never thought of it like that.
Kinda is, though. Not gonna lie.
Just robots with dementia. And or Alzheimer's.
I rolled a 13.
A 13. Alright. I'd say you don't remember exactly. Anyone else?
Okay, I'll recollect a little. See what I got on the recollecting.
And don't worry, we'll make this last bit stuff here the last stuff today. A couple of revelations we'll get from this. Something to stew on. Stew.
Ah, I have +2. Wait, I have +2 because of my class. Oh. Plus cognition. What's my cognition? My cognition. Whoa. My cognition is +4.
You're a guardian, right?
Yes,
Makes sense.
+4, +2. Well, I have a +6 on recollection.
Ooh.
That's. Whoa!
What'd you get?
Whoa!
Okay.
1 in 400, right?
Wow. Alright, well. Might not be able to roll for combat today, but you definitely can roll for this stuff. Cassidy,
I got rid of all the bad rolls.
you
Yeah.
do remember this name being mentioned. It was offhanded, but it was talking about just different stuff in like the Consortium and like Delra area, and just like I think it was stuff about different corporations or like foundries and stuff like that in the nearby Delra area. And one of them that came up was the Faithful Forges. You heard Gilded Forges, Faithful Forge, Gilded Forge, and stuff like that. And it was in reference to talking about companies that are... how would I put this? Not necessarily dubious, just like companies that have a
Bad
connection.
rep?
Well, not a bad rep. They're just they have a multitude of connections. They're kind of like they're kind of connected to a lot of things. Like a spider's
Coca-Cola.
web type feel. Yeah. Like they might be called Faithful Forge, but what was mentioned about them was like they don't just do smithing stuff. They also do like weapon development. They also do they also do like agricultural things and construction. They also do excavations and things like that. They have their talents. They have their hammers slammed into multiple metals, I guess you could say. Trying to find a good forge analogy. Didn't work out well. Either way. But yes, that is what you remember about Faithful Forges. The name of the person who you think owns it, you're not really sure. I don't even think that was mentioned yet, but...
Nope, was not.
But yes, that they were mentioned before loosely with some other stuff. I think it was also mentioned that they've gotten into, like, fuel recently. But just a thing that was offhanded. I think it was referenced because Gilded Forge is also into fuel right now. Or producing a new special kind of fuel. But however, back to you, Gwendolyn. You find this record, and it also, Faithful Forge, it's a, generally speaking, and this is something you would know as well, Casca, it's a local military arms and redevelopment contractor type group. And this contract basically outlines that the Dust Devils' main job here was to survey the area for future excavation.
Excavation.
I think
So
you
that-
get more resources.
That
from
part wasn't a lie, I guess.
Yes. It does seem like that at least based on the records here, unless these records are falsified or something, and based on the fact that there is a seal, like a Lapsus seal on it, or Consortium seal, I should say, it doesn't, like, unless that's falsified, it does seem like it's official, like, from them.
Does the paper have a watermark, though?
No.
No? Always gotta look out for those, they always forget.
But yes, they did. Oh, also, I did forget about this. You would be aware they did get into some heavy water after the Rising War, but they kind of managed to stay afloat. I'm not exactly sure what that heavy water was, but there was some incident that happened. Maybe it involved like treatment of workers or certain excavation sites, maybe causing some catastrophes or something like that. But you're not really sure exactly. Just they got in some heavy water, but they managed to stay afloat, doing kind of a bunch of different things around. But yes, the Dust Devils are here to prepare the area for a redevelopment project and excavation site, or future excavation site, which had been okayed by a person named Mr. Preach.
So we've got to find
Preach?
Mr. Preach.
There are no
Mr.
overt
Preach.
mentions of raiding or foul play. The only thing that is mentioned is to ensure the area is sufficiently secure.
But why are they excavating?
They wouldn't put that in document, right?
They wouldn't. Like,
No.
why are they...
Sorry.
I was gonna say, why are they excavating a land that's trying to be rebuilt?
Why indeed,
To
but it does
rebuild
seem like... I'll go, sorry. I won't. You're cooking.
Yeah, I was
I'll
just
let you
saying. So they're trying to excavate a land that is being rebuilt. Okay, so they were destroying the land because they want it for other purposes. Right? Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
they are trying to delay this a whole rebuilding process so that they can have like so technically this isn't like a fully revitalized village yet, so
Right.
they can say like we could technically before the village is built use this land for different purposes, but when the village is already rebuilt they can't really say that, right? Because it's already rebuilt, a lot of money has been put into it. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they're destroying it, so that it doesn't get fully rebuilt, so that they can use the land.
You're onto something.
Yes, I'm 5-star Michelin chef when it comes to stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
That honestly makes the most sense out of every plan I think we've came up with.
I have my moments. That's a cricket.
Your cricket survived, it seems.
Yes, both of them.
Yes,
Yeah,
both of
good.
them. Something that I would say that you would notice too, I almost said casket, is
I'm cricket.
yeah.
From now on, I'm
it's
just
fusing.
cricket.
Yeah, it's fusing together. He's becoming Crasket now. But yeah, no. The thing you would notice about effectively, you'd notice about like the listings in this contract. A lot of the names are officially unaffiliated with the organization of Faithful Forge that you see here. And outside of a
They're
few
trying
noted
to-
Dust Devils, that's kind of it.
Trying to pull one over. Well, unaffiliated because they're trying to do illegal stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to destroy a place so that it doesn't get rebuilt.
Like Roberto's name's on here. You might even see James, the one guy that Titus fought, his name on there. But there's not a lot of names on here. And you saw a lot, like a decent chunk of people that left. At least like maybe 15 or so people, with a couple mechs.
There's a lot of people that are still hidden.
Yeah, see, what I believe is some of these are the people who escaped last time and are just sheltering here. Or they were trying to hold down a base so that they could attack better. And those two are not necessarily mutually exclusive. So maybe both. So this was their temporary base, right? That's why we came here.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say, ask, by the way, was Latricia, did you just have Latricia on the line, but not, like, saying much at the moment, or did you, here?
I still have Latricia on the line.
Okay, I just wanted to know, because, like, if she would be hearing any of this.
Yeah, no. For sure, nothing to hide here.
In that case, Latricia will say, oh, Kaya is calling as well. Kaya and Fine. And, Avery. Crow, sorry. I'll connect them. Give me a moment.
Okay.
Here, it just takes a couple seconds, and here, Kaya. Is everyone all right?
Yes.
Also, I think we skipped the scavenging thing, unless I didn't find anything.
Oh, that was what the that was that extra bit of information. The unofficial
with,
things. Yes, that was what you noticed. Was that there was discrete
I
or
thought that was the
noticeable.
recollection. Okay.
No, that was part of the Faithful Forge thing, but the information about how it seems like the names and stuff like that were deliberately kind of like omitted and stuff, that was something you noticed specifically.
Right.
So, and I would say, yeah, it definitely feels deliberate. But, yes. It's like, good to hear, good to hear. Alright. What happened with the situation? Where are the Dust Devils?
Ran.
We kind of Not necessarily. A truce is not the right word. I tried to make things a bit cordial between them so we can maybe reach out and connect with them at a later date and get more information, even
Eh,
if we do have to pay to get more information.
Avery's like, oh, we let the raiders get away. How wonderful. I was
But
like,
hear me
Avery,
out. They asked us to join them, which means that they think that we're on their side. So that might be come in handy in the future.
and then Kaya's like, and they're still not aware. Actually, I guess what I would say, are they still not aware of us? Or your connection to the guild?
Yeah, they're not aware.
Interesting. That can be useful.
I don't believe that's the case, though.
Would they be aware because of our tech?
Yes, and they also did the leader not say how that you are being paid very poorly here?
True, but he might have
Yeah,
been
but I thought,
insinuating about Ishin.
yeah, I think he might like assume that we're like working directly for Ashim, not working for the guild, which Ashim hired the guild for help. If that makes any sense, like I think he knows about Ashim and Memorem, but not the guild.
Right, but
Fire would
he will.
say, our involvement here has been kept secret. Ishin didn't, this hasn't been a broadcasted thing. And remember, our group technically, while it being a guild team, isn't actually recognized at the moment officially.
Yes, but did we
Deliberately,
not
mind you.
shoot at them with our air? What's the hovercraft? What's the?
You mean the Armored Knights?
Yeah, no, not the armored knights. Wait, let me look this up. Give me a I
Every
do
kind
not
of.
remember what the name is. Whatever stratosphere is.
Oh yes, the guild vessel, yeah. Avery's like, yeah, but I'm not sure they were noticing after past the bombardments.
Some of them did escape. No,
Hmm.
Would they
Unfortunately.
escaped with their senses in touch, or would they have potentially been blinded by the
I
bombing?
believe it is better to assume the worst.
Oh, it
Fair.
kind of says, did they mention anything about your involvement with the guild?
Not directly, mostly just Ashim and
Hmm.
Memori. I'm butchering the name so bad.
Yeah,
Memori?
Memorem. You got it. Right. It's close to Memoriam. But yes, it's Memorem.
Memorum.
And I thinks. Hmm.
He definitely does know more than he's letting off, though.
And from what Latricia's told me, Roberto is. From what I at least read about him, from what Latricia sent me, I should say. Roberto seems like the sort to be noticing of things. But that doesn't necessarily mean he knows everything about our group yet. Also, if he knew that you were part of the guild, he might have had suspicions. Did you fight them down to a point of them surrendering? What happened?
Um,
They were
so,
scared of the Shadow Guardians.
yes.
Kaya kind of thinks. Might know then. That or he's at least aware enough to know that your benefactor is someone that is strong. Strong enough that he wasn't willing to pick a fight with them without knowing the full details. We'll have
We
to
are infamous now.
we'll have to see. But don't worry, none of you did anything wrong. Besides, if anything, it sounds like it helped in the long run. If they were scared enough to pull back like this completely, then that means that, for the most part, our job here is done.
I did ask him how I could find him again.
Did he
He
answer you?
didn't.
Damn.
He told me something about I would be able to talk to someone and find him. I'm not remembering correctly.
Talk to someone? Who?
Not someone directly, like
I believe he said to ask around.
yes.
I'm sure that means that they have ears around Memorem, or maybe the Delaware area. It might be something that we look into possibly doing. For now, though, it sounds like they've pulled out, so... You can all head back. I don't think it's worth trying to look for them. I'm sure they're going to pull out completely.
Would this be a good thing?
Yes, that means for the time being, that means that support from Memorem's forces can get here in time.
Okay.
So, if I would say. And then once that happens, they should have all the support they need, at least for the moment. Guild forces should also start arriving too. And when that happens, I imagine they will not be willing to fire on them at all. Any news about, I would say, any reason or any mentions of why they exactly are here? Who their client was?
Not reveal the client, but they said that they were surveying the area for excavation.
I think that
Surveying.
there's definitely more than one person involved, but I think they're using Memoriam for resources. Why they were attacking it, even though there's no direct proof of it.
Oh, right. Takes a picture of the contract and sends it over.
She kind of looks over. Okay, this is going on the feed. Oh boy, someone has. What the fuck? One second, I got a message. Interesting. All right.
And then 3 more pictures of me with my crickets.
Just picture of contract. Picture of Casket holding out his thumb with the cricket on his shoulder. Picture of Casket cradling the crickets.
Yep, exactly.
It's like, Casket, why are you sending up? And then he stops. And Fari and Kai are reading as well. Looks like a contract for Faithful Forge. And there's a kind of audible silence for a moment.
Let's have them stunned.
And you hear that someone breaks the silence. It's Avery, as he's kind of looks over, or you hear him kind of like shifting. He's probably like laying down or something like somewhere, and you hear like the shifting of him sitting up. And you hear he kind of like loudly lurches out and yells like, "You let them get away?"
I think it might almost be more beneficial to see what other information we can get out of them before killing them. Because whoever's paying them to do this destruction is still around.
Yeah, looks over. Where's Preach?
Who's Breach?
The guy, Mr. Preach, the guy on the he like he
Oh,
imagines like pointing at the picture, but obviously no one else is there, so he's just like,
Mr. Preach. I have absolutely no idea.
We did
That
not
there's
meet
the first.
Mr. Preach.
say it again,
Yes.
Casket. I didn't hear you.
I said we did not meet Mr. Preach.
He's not. Of course, he's not here, fucker. Lapsus got its fucking nose again in another situation. I see. Can't deal with its own shit. Starts spilling it over Memorem again.
Who is Mr. Preach?
It's a kind of not a grumble of like, come on, but like an actual like an angrily like growl you hear from every side. He's the bastard that funded most of the bombing across Memorem.
So we have some sort of connection and some sort of proof.
Downloading social cues.
He's like continuing. He's like, redevelopment group? Oh, is he fucking serious? And you hear Fari's like, Avery, calm. It's like, no, I'm not gonna calm down. What? We should be going after. This is enough evidence right here, isn't it? We could go after him right now.
Is it enough
Technically,
evidence?
that is not evidence. It is just a contract.
He's like, but we know it was him.
But do we have proof?
There is no evidence. The contract does not state anything malicious.
You can hear him like stuttering, like, Kagan says, listen, Avery, I understand that about things around this issue. He's like, no, you don't. Just leave me alone. And Trisha's like, well, at least the situation is calmer now, right? I mean, they left, and it seems like Memorem's, at least
Yes.
Tararo's for the most part safer now. I mean, we should pick up wins when we can, you know? I mean,
Yeah, but it is also temporary because it seems like they're gonna come back for resources.
and it says, and you hear Avery kind of say, right, and while they're getting all the, he's like, and when they come back, they'll come back with more, but we're sitting here dicking around waiting for some type of case to form.
Well, they obviously haven't gotten more resources yet. I mean, they just left, so maybe we can use this as a time to almost be sort of a spy and get more information.
And while that's happening, more people.
I believe the only reason they backed up is because they got what they wanted already.
Avery's like, exactly. We're just wasting time. We'd be going after Preach right now. And Farah's like, Avery, we don't even know where Preach is currently. It's like, we have guild resources. We could find them. It's like, Preach has been someone that has been looked for several years. Not just by us, but by the Consortium. It's like, oh, you know they're half-assing it. They're probably hiding him.
Could be, but we have to find out everyone involved so that we can take them all down. Or else, if we only take one part of the puzzle down, but then we also get rid of the one person who's talking, we won't have any information to find the rest of them.
Kayakin says, look, Silva, Apani is right. We need to calm down, take stock of the situation. It's like,
It'd be much more beneficial to know everyone who's involved.
look, Silva. Kayakin, Apari would say, Avery. A little bit of a grumble. Avery, do you understand what Apani is saying? It's like, yeah.
Because, like, honestly, we could just kill them all, kill the people we know about right now. I mean, aside from Mr. Preach. But then we would also not be able to find out more information, and we wouldn't have any more leads, except for Mr. Preach. But there's obviously more than just Mr. Preach and them involved.
Well, if
Avery's line goes dead.
Ooh.
Avery's pissed.
You hate Fari just to. Fari after you want to. She's like, I'll go check on him.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Patricia kind of like, no, it isn't your fault. It's just difficult for him. That's all. Kaya, do you mind if I go and check on him? She's like, sure. I would. Yes, I'll do things in your stead until you're back. Don't worry. And Trisha's like, don't worry about it. It's not your fault. He's just dealing with some things.
Understandably so. I mean, innocent people are getting hurt every single day,
It's
and I want to protect them.
it's not just that. It's a bit more of a personal thing.
Um, mm,
And her line will go out. It's just like, good boy.
mm.
You're
Has
not,
Mr. Preach been known to work with anyone?
a lot of people. Mr. Preach, or his name is Darren Preach. He was quite the problematic sort in Lapsus, we'll say, in the Great Rising War as well as in the Memorem Civil War. Oh, 1 moment. Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't gonna let them get away, but this time I got scolded.
My apologies.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I wasn't involved, but I feel like I kind of like did a lot of talking. I didn't mean to do all of the talking.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't want to make the decisions for the group without the group's input.
I'm back.
Oh, no. That was the optimal decision. It's just that
Or was I? Alright, yes, Darren Preach. Darren Preach is an arms dealer, or that would, I guess, be the appropriate title for something of that ilk, I guess. This is Kaya, by the way. Fari also, she's like, I'll let you handle this and he'll deal with things in the town and surrounding area and report back to his ship. And Kaya just can nod and say, hold on. But yes, Darren is we'll just say... No, I should just tell you. Avery is from Memorem. I think everyone here is already aware of that.
Mhm.
Well, Memorem. Well, before he left Memorem to come to Gara and live with me and such, and the academy and all of that, he was a refugee.
Oh.
Yes, he
Mm.
was from the northern quadrant of Memorem. He lost his family towards the end of the Rising War when Lapsus attempted to annex the portion of Memorem that they were living in before the war ended. His sister and parents were killed in the ensuing invasion by the Lapsus forces, or Consortium forces, I should say. Darren Preach was, we'll just say, instrumental in funding and perpetrating the invasion there. You can say the main business dealer of that situation.
I'm sorry that all of that happened.
I'm
And I
sorry that he
understand.
lashed out at you.
No, it's just I would react the same way.
so this man is someone who doesn't need anyone behind him.
No, he's not. He's someone that's, well, he's ducked and dodged around, hiding within certain parts of the Consortium for a few years now. Ever since the Memorem Civil War, the guild hasn't been able to track where he is.
So a type of kingpin.
Yes. It would be very well if we could take care of him permanently, but... However, that involves us having to find him. But it sounds like we have a lead at least. He's working with the Death Devils, or hiring them. Which means that we should be able to find him potentially through that.
What if we say played as a spy? We get close to them, find out information, and then we find him and we take him down ourselves.
Ironically, that was some notes I was writing down while you were mentioning about contacting them. I think we might do that. We'll need to send... I can have an agent sent undercover for that.
Okay.
We will need insurance, though.
Hmm.
There is a
Same.
chance they already know we work for the guild.
True, but
That
that
is
doesn't
true.
mean they'll know our agent is with the guild. I'll have him approach neutrally, but having heard from, we'll say, you, from you or Gwendolyn upon.
Maybe, I don't know, like a plaque, like if they accuse us of being with the guild, like stage a fake of like abandoning the guild.
She gonna write it, you can hear her writing it down. That'll probably be good. We just need to find the location of Preach. Once we have that, the rest should fall into place. Hmm.
From what I've gathered from this preach person, we will need a lot of firepower.
Oh, I can assure you we will when the time is ready. I must say, even though it doesn't sound like it, I am quite enraged, actually.
Hmm.
Avery is like a son to me. When I met him, he was so hollow, so sad.
Could we, while during this time, provide extra security to momentum?
Memorem, yes, of course.
Memorial. I'm so
After all, it's alright. It's a new place for everybody.
Momento more.
sorry.
And she kind of says, besides, as Sheen invited us to an event, we should all attend, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to mention that event. Sounds very fun.
Yes, and what's a little bit of things without without a little bit of play within the job?
Mm.
You can hear someone come on. You hear someone's voice. It's been kind of quiet the entire time. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Yeah.
Time to party.
He's been just like
parlay,
quiet this
I'm joking.
entire time. Like maybe I shouldn't say anything just yet. It's like but yeah, I think drinks. Anyone want some drinks?
I would like to taste some more.
Yes.
Hey, that's what I like to hear, Casket. And I'll make sure that when you guys get back, that we'll have something in store for you. Oh, I believe that's gonna be kind of looks. Kaya, can you go pick him up? She says, yes, I will. It's like, can you do me a favor? It's like, what's that? Can you check on the kids, please? It's like, yeah, I can. It's like, I feel like you might be able to empathize with him a bit more than I. Kind of pauses for a minute and thinks, or then he says, well, I'm just his comrade, but you're his mom, so I'm sure when things are a bit more calmer, he'll confide into you. It's fine. Don't take it too hard.
Okay.
You can hear a kind of like a slight like sniffle and then like a okay. And their lines go out.
Oh. It is time to head back home.
Yep, so they'll be sending the ship out to get you guys.
If we keep going like this with Brew, I'm gonna need an oil change.
You need a what change? An oil change.
Oil change.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure they have the facilities for oil change back there.
I don't even use oil.
Nah, you don't.
Oh.
You use energy. Your
Exactly.
frame type
I
is
don't
not
even
one
use.
for oil.
I don't even use oil, and I'm gonna need an oil change.
But yes, that will be the end of our session.